higher levels. I'm ready to wage war with the devils. I came with the pitchfork and the shovels. You can save all the close shaves for bevel. Landmines, ground where you stand is unsettled. Landslides, your fate in my hand. Ball my fist and you die. Sugar Ray and Duran. Scratch that, Hitman, Tommy Hearn and Duran. The impact, same as a mic inside my hand. It's intact. I know you eager for the wreck. I suggest you fall back and you never. Higher levels, can't reach my cloud. Nobody could sound like Giles. Used to think it held me back, but it's holding me down. I've been the king, ain't no need for the crown. Foot off the ground, I'ma take. Yeah, yo, slow steps to your death. Everybody gather round for the wreck. Ain't no telling what y'all do for a check. Probably wear a skirt, hair got barrettes. Can't forget your purse, money, place your bets. But be wise, it's not common these days to use your mind. Niggas thinking it's similar to a hive. Robots just following the design. Last planet from the sun cosign. Only reason that these niggas getting by, shit is weird. Y'all praising they lines, brush over mine, make it clear. I'm just as live with a 9 to 5 Chili's here. Gut checks like the coup de grace, rhino spears. Cut necks if you out of line, disappear. Yo, slide back and listen, the comeback's efficient. The format is intact, we gon' smack you bitches. You react, we respawn and we spawn submissions. Day gone, the night dawn, we prey on your district. Couldn't blind the eyes from the vision. Couldn't shun the mind from the wisdom. Spooky, mask like Voorhees on a mission. Potato sack, different from the hockey match rendition. Nothing to say or speak, shut up and take a seat. Kill the strongest in 7 days and disregard the weak. Call it a quantum leap, not here to please the sheep. Humble rappers right as they reach their peak. Triangle tops get murked right on the spot. Hall English in my release. 290 V3s on the feet, beats beyond. Manny like Raleigh with the heat. Undisputed in fight night on PS3. Clothing line 3 times dope like EST. 45 spinning, the sample becomes a beat. Thoughts in the mind lay down, we made a masterpiece. Got a record without the blemishes.
Yeah.
Extra hard, even in scrimmages. Irish tweet smell.
All right. Get this joint together. Get this spam off here real quick, man. Let's go ahead and get this up out of here. Get this out of here. Got some spam in the chat early, man. Damn, we got some early spam in the chat. It's craziness. Oh, man. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Me, I'm cooling, man. I'm cooling. Getting my life together and everything. Trying to get my life together. You know, I got up here a little later today, man. I was over there listening to that J. Cole album, man. Salute to J. Cole. Vicky, what's good? What up? Salute to Vicky. Appreciate you pulling up. That's the horn, y'all. That's the horn. Yeah. Appreciate you. You say I haven't started yet. What you mean? What you talking about, Tori? Man, I'm over here trying to get right, man. Trying to get right. I was looking at things. I'm like, dang. I was looking at the time. The time got away from me. Me and my wife was having like a really good conversation. We was talking about like just like hip hop, like the J. Cole album and everything, and then life and all that other stuff. Some BS stuff at work and all that. Oh, you talking about the spamming? Yeah, you talking about the spam. Yeah, you're right. Look at this right here. Look at this. I'm gonna go to it real quick. Look at this. You see this? I notice your channel has strong potential but needs a bigger audience. To level up with the right growth strategy, you can earn up to $50 an hour on Kick. That is true, though. You can earn $50 an hour on Kick. I help streamers gain 3,000 real followers, da 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 da, and all that other shit. Nobody want to see that shit. Ain't nobody come for you, Otis. Ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for that, man. We ain't got time for that. Make sure I got my shit right. There we go. We good. Yep. It's real. But yeah, we was just having a good conversation, all that stuff, and I was like losing track of time and all that. So we here now. You know what I'm saying? We here now. Like I said, I enjoyed the J. Cole album. At first, I wasn't really sure when I listened to it, but then by the second disc, it picked up, man. That joint got like 24 tracks on it. I think it's a double disc with 24 tracks. So I thought about doing like a full album reaction on that, but I'm gonna have to do that in pieces. I'm not gonna be able to do it in one sitting, just because there's so many layers to it. Especially if you're a hip hop head, you'll really love that album. And you got the people that have been waiting for Cole to drop it, so they could like look for like negativity and look for controversy in it, but you're not gonna find it. You know, he's just doing him. So salute to him. Yeah, it is a lot, Tori. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. But yeah, we're here now. We're blessed to see another day. All is well on my end. Can't complain. Yeah, it's dope chopping it up with you guys too. People love being negative. That's a fact. Yeah, because it's just like the way, you know, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but like the way that Cole sounds like a greatest hits. Yeah, right. It's like the way that Cole the way like when him and Kendrick, you had Drake with Kendrick. I mean, my bad. You had J. Cole with Drake, and J. Cole is a mutual friend of Kendrick and Drake. So when he was touring and going around with Drake and all that stuff, when everything popped off, I believe Drake tried to use J. Cole as like a weapon because he knows that he can't write better than Kendrick, but he knows Cole can or be on the same level. So he was using, in my opinion, I feel like he was using J. Cole to come at Kendrick. And I think J. Cole J. Cole's diss to Kendrick was kind of sloppy. It seemed rushed. It just wasn't right. So J. Cole, like on stage, he backed out of the beef. He was like, yo, man, Kendrick is my brother. He's like, I felt so whack after I laid down that track. He's like, I'm not beefing with this dude. You know, so pretty much he apologized. So, you know, like, and like, just like in the hip hop world, you're not supposed to do stuff like that. However, J. Cole did say whoever won it can get it. So Kendrick said he wanted it, but J. Cole's like, nah, not with you though. You know what I'm saying? So he was getting a lot of controversy and a lot of critiques and a lot of, you know, just backlash because of that. So this is his album, his first album that he's dropping after all that. So a lot of people that don't even like him are going to go listen to the album and look for controversy. Me personally, I'm a heavy J. Cole fan. The way I feel, hip hop wise, I'm disappointed because you said you were going to go to war with anybody who wanted it. I'm upset. From a moral standpoint, I completely understand. If that's your brother, cool. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to ruin a relationship. I get it. You know, so morally, I get you. But from a hip hop, from the sport, you know, I was disappointed. Not mad, not angry, not thinking he's soft, not thinking he ain't nobody. I'm just saying, like, disappointed. That's it. Let down a little bit. But him with this album, I really enjoyed this album though, man. I really did. It paid homage to a lot of stuff. He even had a track where he was rapping from like Biggie and Pac's perspective. You know, he was rapping from Biggie first before Tupac died. Then he rapped about Tupac's perspective after he got shot and everything before he died. Oh shit, Laurel, what's good? What's good? Salute to Laurel, man. Salute to Laurel. Appreciate you pulling up. I was over here just talking about like the J. Cole and the J. Cole album and everything, and how I enjoyed. I still got to listen to it again. I listened to it one time, but I kind of spin some tracks back. You know, he got Marvin Sapp up there, man. That's crazy. I ain't heard Marvin Sapp in forever, but he got Marvin Sapp up there, man. It's crazy. Maureen, what's good? What's good, Maureen? Another air horn. You haven't listened to it yet, Laura? It's dope. It's really dope. I enjoyed it. Like when I first listened to it, right? When I first listened to the album, in the beginning, I was just like, all right, cool, this is dope. I'm rocking with it. But near the end of the first, because it's 2 discs, near the end of the first disc, I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know, man. So the end of the first disc going into the second one, it kind of goes down a little bit. It kind of really chills. But then the second part of the first disc, it starts going up. Like it starts getting crazy. And I'm like, oh shit. And then he has like this whole dedication to like hip hop and everything. About like, you know, he did comment, he did a flip on Common song, like I used to love her and everything, and he was talking about hip hop. So he made this joint called I Still Love Her, and her is a representation of hip hop. So he's talking about that. So he's talking about hip hop. It started in New York, then it went down south and it got watered down. it was crazy. Like he went crazy up there, man. He went crazy. So salute to him. I was just disappointed by some of the people I seen online like talking about it, man, because I was like, yeah, you guys don't get it. Like even somebody up here that I really I hold at a high regard. He didn't do nothing wrong. But I was about to start one of his reviews. Damn, that plane is loud. I was about to start one of his reviews, right? Hold, let me get y'all let me get this back up here. I was about to start one of his reviews that he had for the album, but he's like, this is not a review. But he didn't listen to the second disc because I only listened to the first one. I'm like, damn it. Now I'm not gonna lie, if you just listen to the first disc, you're gonna be like, all right, it was okay. But you have to listen to both CDs and see how they intertwine with each other. If you just listen to one disc and it's the first one, nah, man. I would recommend somebody listen to the second disc if you had to choose. The second is better than the first. But they're both dope. Real interesting concept, Tori. It's fire. I rock with it, man. And of course, you're not getting that controversy. He's been working on this album since like 2020. So we're talking about 6 years, damn near 6 years in the making of him waiting for this album. So this is before the Kendrick controversy, before the Drake controversy. It's before all that. And like I was telling my wife, I was like, as an artist, are you really going to like scrap all the work you put in for the past 4 years to talk about some controversial shit that everybody wants you to talk about? No. You're going to stick to whatever you made, you know what I'm saying, and keep it going. So I like how he stuck to his guns and he put out what he needed to put out. And I pre-ordered the vinyl too, man. So it should be here today, I think today or tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna have it back there. I'm gonna put the vinyl back there. I pre-ordered it when I went online because I did a reaction to like one of the songs. And you know, in the song he's telling the story backwards. He's talking about his life and everything, telling the story backwards. And I did a reaction to that. And then when I was doing the reaction, I saw that he had like pretty much the website and everything. You already know I support artists up here all day. So I went ahead, pre-ordered the vinyl, the limited edition vinyl and everything, right from the website the day the song dropped. So salute to J. Cole, man. Been listening to him since like 2009, 2008. Now I would say more or less 2009. I've been listening to him since 2009. I've been listening to Kendrick. I've been listening to Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole for around the same amount of time. I think I started listening to Kendrick in 2011 or 2010, I think. Unless that person is Ren and a possum side quest, I hope we don't wait for years for the rest of the tales, but it is what it is. Yeah, man, yeah, you know how it is with Ren too, man. Ren, you know, he just battling through everything he's battling through and still giving everybody quality work. It's fire, you know what I'm saying? So I always respect artists that respect their community and do what they can. Yeah. Big salute to Ren, man. He out here doing his thing. And it's funny, y'all. Remember how we did a reaction to you know, the Awawi, Aloha, like that whole thing, the name, I forget the name of that crazy song, long ass name, but anyways, we did that one. And then it's wild because then we were talking about the other track they got together, what, Clutch or Crutch? Is it Crutch? I think it's Crutch, or is it Clutch? Whatever it is, the one we gotta do a reaction to, which is probably gonna be the next Ren reaction. Ren actually posted something about that. And I'm like, man, that's crazy that you post something about that, and that's gonna be the next reaction that we do. You know what I'm saying? So I know how the rabbit holes are. I'm not saying somebody said something, but yeah, man, it's very interesting that he just randomly made a post about that on YouTube. Just saying. I don't know, you know, y'all know I'm not in the reactor space like that, like, you know, watching people's reactions and stuff. But I don't know if anybody else is doing what we're doing here. Y'all let me know. If there's anybody else when it comes to Ren doing what we're doing here, or taking these deep dives, how we went into the demo series and all that other stuff, and we're just uncovering songs from like the past. Well, I'm uncovering songs from the past that you guys know about. You know, like, yeah, let me know, man, because it just seems very weird. When I saw that, I was like, huh, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Ren could read our minds. You know that, right? You're right, yeah. And then like shouts to Lou, man. Lou had also shared with us that, you know, Ren in one of his stories, she had like shared one of Ren's stories with us, and somebody's been over here like biting his stuff, man. You got somebody like in his either a rat renegade or somebody in his camp, man. Like he talks about people are stealing like the stuff that he's doing and stealing his concepts, which is whack to me, man. Very whack. It is interesting though, Laurel. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm just saying, yo. I'm just saying, man. That's wild. When he put that, I was like, yo, man, I'm actually, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one of them things, because I already know, like, how some people are, like, they'll see that and they're like, oh, let me do a reaction to it because Ren said something. But I'm like, yo, we already plan on doing a reaction to it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's going to give other reactors ideas, because it's like, regardless, man, regardless on how you want to look at it, everything, when you're doing something, you're in competition with people. Like with this reaction space, I don't want to be, but just being honest, like I'm in competition with other reactors. I am. That's just what it is. I ain't asked for it. That's what it is. Same thing in music. I don't care what genre you're in. You're still in competition with other people with that genre. Because at the end of the day, people are going to choose to listen to you or this artist or both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And whoever they listen to most, that's the competition of it. The competitive nature of it is fun to me. But it's just like, dang, man, that's kind of like we came up with that idea, because I did the Aloha reaction. And then I saw while I was doing research on the Aloha reaction, I saw the other one with Bibby. And I was like, yo, we got to do that one next. And now Ren's posting that one on his story talking about it. I still want an album between Ren and Bibby, though. Well, BB. I'm sorry, I said Bibby. BB. You said crutch is different than that long word. Yeah, the long word joint. I got called that too. Oh, a Percy Price tail. That's fire. Percy tail. Let's get the chat on the screen now. Now we can get it up here. You good? All right, cool. Some reactors go over so over Tyler. I just can't wait. Can't wait. Damn, I feel you on that. One dude has these loud outbursts and startled the hell out of me. I can't with him, but he seems like a great guy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can't control your excitement. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. Me personally, I just been listening to music for so long that my excitement, it doesn't jump out of me a lot unless it really, really needs to jump out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like with the with Ren's joint, man, with Starry Night, that joint, that I was trying so hard to consume it, man. Like it was just like when them drums hit, and y'all know how it is with us black people and drums. We love us some damn drums. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to our roots. It's like we love some drums. Like you want to bring us out, bring some drums. That's why we love bass and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when he was doing that, I was like, oh my goodness, it's speaking to my soul. And then like the clapping, boom, 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 remind me of like the desk and everything. Like back in the day, like banging on the desk, doing the grinding beat. Like back in the lunchroom spitting freestyles. That's the vibe I got in the beginning of Starry Night, dog. I was like, yo, this joint is pulling on my heartstrings. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. A Vincent figurine. Yeah, I'm at to lock in and get that. I'm still typing with one finger. Dang, Lord, what happened? Starry Night was incredible. The drums is something serious, man. And then I saw people were like messaging me on like Instagram. They're like, hey, did you do Starry Night? Yo, you gotta do Starry Night. And I'm just sitting on the react, because it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think I didn't release a reaction till like Wednesday, right? I released a reaction late as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But the reason why, man, like just the reason why is just because like when it comes to, like I said, I be trying to give artists their respect. So you already know, like on this channel, like we had other artists up here before Ren on the channel. So it's like the way I do the time slots is lined up that way. Like Harry Mack is usually at 5 a.m. Probably have Bones at midnight. And then we'll have like Ren will be around like 8:30, 10 o'clock. That's like the window I chose for Ren. But it's like it was hard for me to just drop that reaction without having any other ones lined up, because what was going to happen, which always happens, it's a good problem to have, but it gets kind of crazy. Like you drop that reaction and then you have people that listen to other artists on the channel that say, hey, are you gonna do, hey, where's the Harry Mack reaction? Oh, where's the Bones reaction? Oh, where's the Coast Contra reaction? Oh, where's the Fabulous reaction? Where's the J. Cole reaction? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that mixed in there with, you know what I'm saying, the comments for Starry Night. And I didn't want that. So I was like, I gotta hold off and I gotta get these other reactions cooked up first so I can release. Y'all know how it is. I'm releasing like four at a time in a day. And then I kind of sit back and start working on more stuff. It's crazy. Radial nerve palsy in my right arm and my hand is paralyzed. It's temporary apparently, but scary. I thought it would, wow. Damn. That's so what, do you know what triggers it, Laura? It happened from sleeping on my arm the wrong way. That's when you're old, when sleeping could get you injured. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I be sleeping sometimes, like I'll be cutting off blood circulation in my arm. I had to start sleeping different. People binge the ones that come out, and then it's nice to have some coming. Exactly. Thank you, Vicky. I'm glad you understand it. But the world doesn't. Sleeping on that nerve for too many years. Wow. Yeah, see, my shoulder started messing up, man. My shoulder like messed up from like working. I was talking to my wife about it today, but actually before I started streaming, like my right shoulder, man, like just from the type of work I do, man, I felt like it was hanging on by a thread. Like, like your Rotary cup or whatever it's called, that's right here. I was like, cause the cases I got them from up top. Like the pallet be like 8 feet tall, and I'll be having to like kind of pull it. And I got long arms, so I'll be trying to pull it, and then like I kept grabbing it with my dominant hand, which is my dominant shoulder, and then eventually like it just started like hurting a lot, So I started overcompensating my left hand. So I would lay down, and when I would lay down, I would lay down on my right arm, and it would wake up really numb. So then I started laying down my left arm, it would wake up numb. And then after that, like I just had to start sleeping with my arm by my waist. And that's what I've been doing like for the past probably like a week or so. And now this shoulder's better. Oh, let's get caught back up, man. I've had 2 strokes. Oh my goodness. Dang. Maureen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Gosh. Definitely sending healing vibes to Maureen. You're sending healing vibes, Maureen. I'm sending healing vibes to you too. Wow, that's crazy, man. I'm sorry you guys are going through what y'all going through. I'll wake up with teenager pain. I don't even know what teenager pain is, Tori. When I was a teenager, I feel like I was never in pain. I was like locked in. I feel like nothing could hurt me, man. Trust us. What's good, bro? What's good, my favorite people? Salute to Trust us. Appreciate you pulling up, man. I sleep straight on my back now. Yeah, I ain't mad at you for that, man. Hey, whatever gets the sleep done. I keep my arm straight. You got to for sure. Yeah, that teenager pain is something serious. Told you, when I was a teenager, I felt like I was untouchable, man. I feel like could not do nothing to me, man. Nothing could do nothing to me when I was a teenager. Real talk. Rashane was good. Yeah, Rashane, I do exist. How do you do? Salute to the homie. Here. Horns for Trustus and Rashane pulling up, man. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys get the air horn. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes. Not me, Lo, the one struggling to get up next bedroom. Oh, wow, for real, dang, Jory, shit. Yeah, nothing was hurting me, man. I'm extremely lucky. I'm so sorry to hear about your husband. That's a fact, yeah. Definitely much respect, love, and peace and prayers to Laurel, for real. Holding it down and everything. Doing her thing, doing what she got to do for her family. Much love to her, as always, man. Yo, I'm going to tell y'all when I knew I was getting old. I knew I was getting old when I went up to, we had a bird's nest, right? We had a bird's nest coming, like birds were trying to I ain't gonna say trying to, they built a nest like on the outside of our house, man. Like real talk. Like I'm talking like we'll be in like the living room and you will hear like scratching on the wall. Like they literally got into like the insulation in the wall. And my kids, they was doing their homework and they're like, Daddy, and this is like when they were like 3 or 4, they're like, Daddy, I can't concentrate, that scratching, so I was like, all right. So found out we had 2 birds nests. Found out we actually had 3. So we had the one above the garage. I got on the roof, right? Used the ladder, got the roof and everything. Much love and peace to all the renegades, for sure. I got on the ladder and I go up there to go, get the bird's nest and everything. So I get it out. Well, this is the other one. Damn, there was 4. Shit, damn. Yeah, I can't stand birds, y'all. But yeah, so I go up top and I can't reach it, so I got like a stick. I'm attempting to clean out whatever's going on. Appreciate the sub, Trustus. Much love, bro. Much love. I appreciate you. So I'm trying to get the bird's nest out, and then after I get it down or do what I think I did, my kids are looking at me and they're just, I wish I could show you our picture, man. Damn, where's that picture at? I have a picture of it, of like the shot, and I'm looking down at my kids, and then my homies were like, yo, what you doing on the roof? You know what I'm saying? It's like a picture of me taking a picture on the roof, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, I see the ladder, but I'm thinking I'm young, right? Yo, I just jump off the roof. No bullshit. Jump off the roof into the front yard. When I tell you, it was the grace of God and the D3 vitamins I take that stopped my leg from breaking. I promise you that. And I say that because I felt the tension, like in like my femur and like my shin and my calf. I felt the tension. Like I felt that just holding on, man, just holding on. And I was like, yo, I can't be doing stuff. It was a pain I've never felt before. Like nothing snapped, but it's like you just barely made it, my guy. Don't ever in your life do that again. Cause I even thought about, cause I even told myself, I was like, I know how to tuck and roll. I was like, I could hit the ground and roll. I didn't roll or nothing. I just did it. I rolled, but it was a forced roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I landed, I threw my shoulder down when I landed. I didn't time it right. And I was like, oh man. And I just kind of sat there. My kids were like, Daddy, that was so cool. Are you okay? I'm like, I think so. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wait, let me get up first. Let me get up first. And then I got up and I was like, oh yeah, it was almost over for me. Yeah, I would never do that again, ever. The day your twins run fast, you do is the day you, exactly, that's a fact. Yep, and I run fast now, man. I run fast. I be thinking of, like, for real, man. It's like that feeling, that feeling of your body betraying you is something real. It's like, yo, I don't even know who you are anymore. It's like you don't even know your own body. Like, yo, we went through all of our life like this, and you've never acted this way towards me. It go like that. Like when it come to your brain and everything, I'll be having moments of like, dang, what did I come downstairs to do? Damn, I can't remember what I was supposed to do. Yo, who made that song? Yo, who was that? I was like, hold on, man. Wait. It's like brain fog. And I know that comes from having a lot on your brain and getting older. You know what I'm saying? I stay with, my brain is always running like 1,000,000 miles a minute all the time, man. It's real. Y'all understand where I'm coming from. Brain fog is crazy, man. And like I said, I take my vitamins. You know, I eat my sardines, so that's my omega-3s. I take my D3s. I take my magnesium at night. You know, I take my chlorophyll for the body and everything to help with detox. I got my B blends, my D-Vent blends. I got all those. You know what I'm saying? I take a lot of stuff that really helps me and everything, especially for work and all that. That's why I'm like, dang, man, shit. Drink a lot of water and all that other cool stuff. But damn, man, like, still, it's a lot to fight. Sardines and saltines with mustard. Talk about it, Laurel. Yo, I be like right out the can. I'll be at work, right out the can. I go to work with a sardine can, and I go to work with a spoon. Eat the sardines in the spoon. Take about maybe a minute, 30 seconds to eat. Throw it in the trash. Keep it moving. Yep. Yeah, they're very important, Laurel. Cause like my pops actually put me on to it, man. Like my pops is a power lifter. He's been like powerlifting for as long as I can remember as a kid. He had like in his basement, he's got all these trophies from competitions and all that. Yeah, saltine cracker story. But like he's got all these trophies and everything. Like salute to my pops. Like he would make us like work out when we were younger and everything. So like he kept like me and my brother are both like real physical people. That's why all my jobs have been physical. You know, so but yeah, he put me on to it. I want to say in like probably like 2019, he put me on the vitamins. He was like, I ain't gonna say put me on the vitamins, but like it sounds crazy. I already knew I was supposed to take them, but you talking like 19, 21, 2, 3, 4. Talking about like 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. I was not concerned about like my health like that. I was concerned about just like surviving. You know what I'm saying? At the time I'm in like my 20s and stuff like that. So I'm more concerned about just like trying to figure life out. I'm not really concerned about my body and everything. So he told me, he's like, yeah, you need to start taking vitamins. He's like, look up vitamins you need to take. And he named like D3s. So I started with a multivitamin. I realized a multivitamin, everybody's body's set up differently. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people try to make it a monolith. Like everybody, this is how many hours you need to sleep. This how much food you need. This how many carbs you need. This, it's different for everybody. So I had to figure out what my body really needed. Like a multivitamin did nothing for me. Then when I learned about vitamins, I learned about the stuff they put in the capsules don't even be good for you. So now you got to find like some organic vitamins or stuff that don't have things or get drops, because sometimes they be having like unnecessary metals. So it's not good for your liver and your digestive system in the vitamins. So the more you take, the more of the bad stuff you're getting too. It's just so much going on, man. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch back up, guys. Great protein source and omega for sure. That's a fact. Yep. And it's great for your brain. Good brain food. The sardines are, man, for sure. 57 survived 14 years of trauma and 2 strokes. Wow, Marine. Salute to you. My memory is practically non-existent. Oh man. Everything you've been through though, you're still kicking, you know what I'm saying? You're still doing your thing. You look great out here. I'm concerned about surviving at this point. The struggle, yeah, it's real. It is. It really is real out here, man. It's just so many things out here, you know. That's why, like, just with it being like that, I be trying not to focus on it too much, just because I have my moments where I sit back and I'm like, dang, man, like, shit is real. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, yo, I gotta lock in, and with things being real, I gotta enjoy being present. You know what I mean? So that's how I bring myself back. I enjoy being present. You know, like just being around my family and my kids and everything. I enjoy that because I'm like, if today is the last day I walk out the door, at least we enjoy this time together amongst other things. And then I think about the reactions too. My kids be watching my reactions and all that stuff. You know, I remember when they were younger, they were being, my cousins were babysitting them, and then they heard my voice and they went into their living room. And like my kids at the time, they're like 5 or 4. He goes in his living room and they're watching like my reactions. They're like, yeah, we're just watching our daddy on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That almost brought a tear to my eye. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if anything happens to me, my grandkids, my great grandkids, like they could see how I was on the internet and all that stuff. So I really live for the moment and really focus on what's in front of me and kind of look into the future and the past at the same time. You know how it is. You spend too much on one, you get anxiety. You spend too much on the other, you know what I'm saying? You get like what is it? It's anxiety and then it's depression. You know what I'm saying? If you spend too much on the future, you get anxiety. You spend too much looking at the past, you get depression. And it could flip depending on the circumstances. So I try to remain present as much as I can. I live off the grid and collect herbal remedies from my land. That's real, Maureen. I like that right there. Yeah, living off the grid, that right there is great. On a fixed income with so many healthcare bills and things. Exactly. Like that right there. And it's like the way healthcare is set up, man, it's such a damn scam. And they know they could do more for the people. But everybody want that money. It's whack, man. Yep. That they have a record of you for all the years. Exactly. Yeah, I'll be looking at some of my old streams. Like I pulled up one of my old streams. I might pull it up for y'all. Let me see if I can find it. One of my old Twitch streams, and like my kids, they're just like really, really small. And then the room doesn't even look like this. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Like they're like so small. They're like very small. Let's see. That's the channel right there. Do I get to my? Can I get to my stuff from here? I think I can. Content. Is it my collections? Video producer might be right here. Let me see. I was looking through my videos and they were in here. It's the one when I ain't really got nothing in the background. Where is it at? Where's it at? I can't find it. I'm gonna have it for y'all the next time I'm up here. I can't see it right now. I'm gonna have to go through the whole video and find it and chop it up. Yeah, really a scam. ICE needs funding more than we need healthcare. Yeah, y'all heard about how they kicked was it 600 or 700 people out of like Minnesota? ICE agents. They kicked a bunch of them out. Yeah, I hope things get better for Laurel as well, man. Really good spirit, really good person. I go to the doctors. I didn't even go for myself. That's crazy, man. Yeah, Maureen, it's wild. It's like really gotta choose between life and money. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I think like 700 are leaving. Yeah, they getting them up out of there. Rainbow tracks from Dead Wax live on. I saw the notification for that. I didn't get to look at it, but I saw that notification. Yeah, all money goes to the artist if anyone's interested to him. Yeah, Bandcamp is like one of the best things that happen for artists, for sure. I ain't even go for my dead arm. Yeah, and you know what's so crazy about like when it comes to like the medical field too is like it's so wild because there's people out here that use home remedies to get past stuff, and it's like when you don't trust like the medical, then you know what I'm saying, the doctor and everything, who can you trust? It's like the only person you can trust is yourself. I was supposed to have an MRI but never did. Stuff gets expensive. It really does. It really gets expensive out here, man. It's trash. It really is. You got places like, the UK has like free healthcare. You know what I mean? I think Canada does too. I just bought 2 random albums in Bandcamp before I came here. That's dope. That's fire. That is fire right there. Yeah. It's real. I no longer trust any institution or I mean to be honest, like as far as the gut, like we were never like me growing up, I was taught you never trust the government ever. You know what I'm saying? Ever. That's what I was taught, man. Like they never like the main thing as I'm getting older, because I used to say like when I was older, I used to say like, when I was younger, I used to be like, fuck voting, fuck this, fuck that, fuck, like all that. I used to say, forget all that. Everybody's on the same side. That's what I used to say, which is still true. But what I did realize, and this right here is just because the only reason why I really zoned in on this is because like my peoples that I have in prison, like local voting, like for the governor and stuff like that, I've actually seen things with my own eyes change based on the votes for our local governor that has benefited my friends. So that right there kind of gave me another vision. But as far as on a federal sense, then it's a lot different. Reddit was good. Here. Salute to little bro Reddit. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. We over talking about life and everything. You know what I'm saying? With you being younger, man, you got to catch these gems, Reddit. You got to catch these gems. We got a lot of wisdom in this chat right now, man. Some stuff that I wish I would have known when I was your age. It's so crazy how this thing right here. I'll be over here trying to catch up on the chat and everything, and I can't do it. I can though. Oh, there it is. I can see it. Oh, it's still freezing in Indiana. I can imagine. All the first world countries have healthcare for their. That's facts. I feel for some people have to pay for healthcare. It seems, man. Yeah, healthcare is crazy, Vicky. Healthcare is ridiculous. And then when I did my own thing with the truck, you know what I'm saying? I did my own thing with the truck and everything. Like, appreciate you giving them the shout out, Reddit. Appreciate you. Shout outs to the mod, man. My dog Reddit. Showing love. Yeah, like when I did my whole thing, like when I was doing the owner operator thing, I had to pay for my own healthcare, my own dental. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was paying like $700, $800, like, and I'm like, yo. And then after that, because I don't have a 401k anymore because I was doing the thing, I did like a Roth IRA and all that stuff. It's just a lot that goes on, like when you're doing things on your own, you know what I'm saying? That's why, to me, I feel like for me personally, I need the best of both worlds. So I need to be like, you know, I need to have a 9-to-5, but also work on my grind as well. And that's been working out for me the best, you know, so yeah. But I know where I'm at, it's not easy. Like I spent my whole life trying to get to where I am now. And now that I'm here, I'm still not where I need to be. I'm still have other dreams and aspirations. I'm still shooting up higher. But I do celebrate my wins, but I don't spend too much time on them. I celebrate the wins just like losses. You should check your neck. Dead arm is real. I have 2 bulging discs in my neck. Oh, wow. Yeah, local government is important. Yep. Dang, Vicky, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I get them discs checked out. I gotta get mine checked out too. Especially when the family's going through it. Yeah, like what you're talking about, Laurel. Yeah, it's not raining there, Tori. That's good. At least you guys get a break from the rain. It was raining for like weeks, won't it? Yep, those plans have doubled and tripled in cost. That's a fact. Yep, when we talk about healthcare, we talk about dental and all that stuff. It's crazy. Because, you know, with the dollar, you know, with inflation and everything, the dollar lost its value. Then they did quantitative easing. So they printed more dollars in like December of last year. Then you got the whole thing going on with Japan right now, where Japan, they're about to become a, they're about to start capitalizing. They're about to start inflating the yen when they were deflating it for like over 20 years. So that's going to be a thing going on. Yeah, that's a lot. Vicky said it's raining where I'm at. Northerner. Yeah, y'all. Chat is moving. Maureen. Like for real, chat is moving right now. That's why I'm over here. I'm trying to read everything. I'm trying to catch up. Non-stop snow out there. It's still snowing out there. Oh yeah, that's right. Lower where you're at. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Nah, but it's real though, man. Yeah. It's real though. That's why, like I said, y'all, I try to like focus on like being present and everything. Nicole was good. Appreciate you pulling up. Shouts to Nicole. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, we over here talking about life and everything. Talking about life. Yep, it's real out here. It's real out here. But then, like I said, just focusing on the people that we do have left and just focus on, like, you know, my main thing too is like when it comes to the youth, just keep teaching the youth and everything, everybody growing up and everything, like teaching the people growing up. You said need a distraction. That's real. That's why I like the way it is with me, man. I try to like, especially if you guys been in this stream, like I'm pretty kind of well versed across the board with everything. I keep, you know, I stay like, you know, I stay in tune with politics. I stay in tune with like pop culture, hip hop culture, musical culture. I stay in tune with all that stuff, you know, and it's like just navigating through, like seeing the pros and the cons and everything, you know, because, you know, perception is everything. And, you know, the media tries to sell a lot of fear as well because they make money off of it. And I just, you know, try my best to navigate through it. Hate to head out for a while. Great to see you guys. No doubt, Laura, handle your business. I'm going to focus on the good things in my life. Yep, spending time chilling with my cats. Exactly. Yep. Focus on everything right now, man. Because I really look at it that way, man. Like, it's like if the world is going to end tomorrow, the best thing to do is focus on what you got today. You know what I mean? So whatever you have, you gotta make that phone call to somebody. Don't put it off. Call them now. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, man. I try to be loyal. I try to be on top of everything as much as I can. I still got a lot more to learn. Yeah, have a conversation about damn near everything. Yeah, I try to stay versed in everything, for real. Much love to Laurel, man. Appreciate you, Laurel. As always, much love. You gotta stay in contact with everything. You gotta know what's going on around you. And I used to be different when I was younger. Like, I used to not pay attention to like nothing. I didn't pay attention to politics, the stock market, like crypto, gold. Well, crypto wasn't really around when I was like really young. But, well, it was. I remember when Bitcoin came, I was in my 20s. I just didn't care about it. I was too worried about being fresh and everything. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be fresh as hell. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make my money to buy a bunch of stuff that I don't need, that has no value. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it now as I'm older. But like, yeah, man, it's just, that's how I was. I used to like keep my head in the sand and just go through life. Whatever came at me, I would just deal with it. But now, I'm not gonna lie, it feels a lot better just doing research and being well versed in everything, to the point where you see things coming before it comes, and then you're able to mentally, financially, and physically prepare for it. And that's kind of like what I lean on. So if you guys, like, this is something else that's important. If you guys use YouTube a lot and everything, like, try to make maybe different accounts. Because if you make different accounts, you can have your algorithm set up. You can, because that's what I do. A lot of the information I get, probably about 80% of the information I get about the stuff I'm talking to you about, is like from YouTube, my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? My algorithm has my ratchetness up there, but then it also has my financial literacy up there too, and my history and all that stuff. So my algorithm has so many different things going on. So like I said in another video, when I start my morning on my way to work, I turn on YouTube and I'm like watching like the stock market, like what's going on in the government, financial literacy. I'm watching all that on my way to work. Then when I get to work, I'm either talking to my friends about it or I'm listening to music. And that's kind of like how I live my life. That's the best way I learned how to balance it. Dang, I closed the curtains? Dang, it's that bad, Vicky? Gosh. Spoke too soon, sky going black. Damn. That's wild right there. But yeah, just, you know, keeping it there. I miss yours, Reddit. What's there to smile about? Job ain't done. Exactly. Yo, that Mamba mentality. You're right, Reddit. That Mamba mentality. What's there to smile about? Job ain't done. Got premium low ads every minute and have YouTube music. Oh, okay. Oh, well, you say you got premium? You got YouTube premium? So you shouldn't have no ads, right? I just keep watching Ren reactions and witness live changes in real time. Yeah, that right there is real too, Nicole. Definitely helps out. Yeah, seeing people change and everything. And that's why, like, when it comes to Ren, like when it comes to reactions like that with Ren, they're dope. And then like even with Harry Mack, like when you see Harry Mack going freestyle for people, and you see them having a bad day. Yo, there were times when Harry Mack would walk up on somebody and they'd be like, hey, you guys want to hear a freestyle? The person's like, no, we have stuff to do. And then like their friends were like, no, we'll hear it. That same dude that said we had stuff to do was smiling from ear to ear because he didn't even know the blessing that was behind them bars. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that. Has anyone listened? Yo, Trestus, I was talking about the new J. Cole album. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Trestus. I know my homie Reddit listened to it too. Yo, man, that album, whoever, like, we were talking about that when the stream first started, the J. Cole album. I'm waiting for it. I got a copy it should be here. Cause when he released, like, you know, the story when he was, there's a name for that shit now, man. What the hell? I'm gonna start calling it that name. There's a name for it now. Oops. What's the name of that track, man? If y'all find it out, let me know. It's called, I think The Fall Off. Yeah, The Fall Off is Inevitable. I did a reaction to that when he was like telling the story backwards, right? That one right there. So anyways, he promoted that you can buy the vinyl during that time, and that's what I did. I went to thefalloff.com and I purchased the vinyl. That's also when I found out he was with Interscope. I didn't know he was with Interscope. I had no clue he was with Interscope at all. I did not know. Well, it's a partnership, but distro deal with Interscope. Yeah, Reddy, you gotta listen to it, bro. You gotta listen to J. Cole's album. It's fire. Like in the beginning, like there's 2 discs. In the beginning, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, it's dope. But then by the time the second one came, yo, come on, man. You got a Marvin Sapp You got a Marvin Sapp sample up there. You use the realist from Mobb Deep up there. You got some DMX stuff up there. He's rapping from the perspective of Biggie and Pac during the beef. It's just so many different things. And then he has I Still Love Her, like how he took comments, I used to love her. He has the one or I Love Her Again or something like that. And he talks about hip hop and searching for her. You know, in the course of the metaphor, he's speaking from the standpoint of a woman, just like Common did. Crazy. Something like taking breath a lot of chest, going to walk in a straight line. Yeah, man, yo, he was going hard. He was going hard, ready. He was going hard. That new J. Cole album is fire. Like I said, like I'm gonna look online. Cause when I listen to music, I don't like to hear other people's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna listen to it unbiasedly. You know, so anybody that's listening to J. Cole's album think you'll get some controversy out of it, just don't even waste your time. Cause he ain't got no controversy up there. If you want the controversy, and I think that's why he put the mixtape out. You know, Birthday Blizzard, when he was rapping like on all them beats and everything with DJ Clue. And he was doing all those raps and everything. Like that's where you find the controversy at. This album doesn't have the controversy because he's been working on this album for at least 2020. You know, so you're not going to get that. You're going to get art, and that's what he put up here. He put art up here. He's got some shit up here for sure. I can't wait. Like when I go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna be bumping it all day. I'm probably not gonna talk to nobody all day. I'm probably just gonna listen to the album all day. All right, Maureen, you take it easy. Get some things done. I appreciate you pulling up. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in and the way out, man, so we can push this live stream and everything, get more people involved. Oh yeah, definitely listen to it. Trusses, yeah, it's dope. And you already know we got the reactions coming, Maureen. Absolutely. Last thing we need is more controversy and divided music. That's a fact. Yep, that's true. Yep. You know, but you know, I rock with J. Cole, but he did kind of create this thing that's chasing after him. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it honest. He did, you know what I'm saying? He did create this monster, but now people won't let it go and everything. And that's the thing when it comes to music, man, especially from like this standpoint. We talk about like hip hop and stuff like that. You got people out here on YouTube that didn't even listen to this type of music until it became popular, and they're speaking their mind on it and they don't even know what they're talking about. And that's the reason why when I got like with my channel and my platform, I started being more vocal about it and putting it on TikTok, you know what I'm saying, just to call out those people that are being like culture vultures, man. Y'all over here coming in the game, you know, speaking from perspective, from somebody like Academics perspective, and you're acting like that's God. Like seriously? Academics? Somebody that's so fucked up that he don't even know he's not part of the culture? Like, and then he's talking about stuff, and then you're riding with that narrative. Like, come on, man, get out here, man. Take your ball back and go home. Like, get the fuck up out of here with that shit, man. I don't want to hear that. You just gotta appreciate like the music that's in front of you, and sometimes it's best to listen to a song or listen to an album and take whatever you know about that artist off the table and just appreciate the music as if it's an artist you were never listening to, and then you get a lot of wisdom out of it. It's dope. How's the weather where everybody's at, man? Y'all know we had this snow and all that. Our snow is going away. It's melting. You know, it's looking good out here, finally. And yeah, I think Tori was talking about like it finally stopped raining out there and everything. I think they had like rain in the UK for like 2 weeks or something like that. It's craziness. I be hating, yo, when I sit in this chair, I be getting so relaxed. I be sliding down. My shirt be looking all crooked like somebody grabbed my damn collar. Shit's annoying. Shit's crazy, man. Gotta keep adjusting the damn shirt. Oh, Illinois. Oh my goodness, Nicole. Gosh, yeah. Midwest. Definitely do it. You said act as a clown, can't understand why. Exactly. People that take him seriously. Like, Academics sound smart to dumb people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to anything Academic says, like, you know, it's just like I put all of them in the same category, man, when it comes to the toxicity in music, man. They gravitate to all the negative aspects, you know what I'm saying, that are branches from the game. The hip hop game I'm speaking of, not the actual rapper, the game. But yeah, it's like from that. It's like if you got good and bad in a culture, it's like they capitalize off the bad because it's like clickbait and all that. It's like 39 degrees out here though. Exactly. It's probably children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a bar too. We already know what he did. But yeah, it was just like when it comes to that type of stuff, man, it's just like it didn't make any sense to me how like people ran with his narrative. Cause it's people like him, DJ Vlad, Adam 22, you know what I'm saying? Even Trap LaRosse, man, like all of them, like they compromise, like they capitalize off the controversy and the deaths of these artists. And then they play a role in it too, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like that because you know, so when everything's going peaceful, like in like the industry, nobody's died, people are working together, their numbers start to fall, and then they create something with someone else. Like for instance, like how you got Academics, he's beefing with Lil Baby right now. Like, come on, like he beefing with Lil Baby because there's nothing juicy going on. Like he's talking shit about J. Cole, but he's beefing with Lil Baby. So it's just stuff like that, man. You gotta do what you gotta do to get the clicks. You know, it is what it is, though. And that's why you can't be mad when someone slaps you, like how they slapped him. You know what I'm saying? Academics got slapped. That's why he went to fight Lil Baby, because he know he bigger than him. So, yep, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. That is how it goes, man. It's pretty sad, but it's what you bring to you, man. That's why I try to put out as much positivity as possible, man, because I don't want none of that, none of them dark clouds coming from me. Got nothing to do with that, man. I'm trying to live my life, be with my family, be happy. That's just what it is. I'm not trying to deal with no other bullshit and trying to deal with no other drama. I already deal with enough drama at work. Drama that I never wanted to be a part of at work, but, you know, I was made part of. You know, so it's all love. Yep. Dang, what am I doing? Shit, why did I do that? How's it looking out there for you, Trusses? What's the weather looking like where you at? With the noise of the world, Nicole? Oh, man. Yeah, the world. All right, so the world. When we talk about the world, man, it's, like I said, just trying my best to focus on the present. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Just focus on the present of the world. Well, the present of what's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is going to do what the world does. You know, we've had recessions, we had Great Depressions, and it's really unfortunate. Like, but the way the media sells it, you know, it's like you say you're having a hard time. Absolutely. Like mentally, it's like not knowing what's going on. You know, it's just, it's a lot. It is a lot. Oh yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday, Heisenberg. Appreciate you pulling up here with that fire name. Salute to Heisenberg. Yeah, Gorilla Bars is Gorilla Bar Friday. Absolutely, he dropped some stuff. Yep, salute to Harry Mack. We're probably gonna get to that for the next reaction, like next week or something like that. But we definitely go check it out. Currently in Germany, it's 6:20 p.m. and it's cold as hell out here. Okay, cool. Germany, gotta love it, man. I'm in hibernation mode, Nicole. Just want to ignore what's happening. I feel you on that, Biggie. That's real. That is real. So like y'all said, man, do stuff to take your mind off it. And that's the reason why I like having these chats with y'all, man. Cause you know how it is. Like when you're going through something, it's when you feel like you're the only one going through it, or like not enough people are talking about it, or you haven't really talked to nobody in real time about it, it kind of makes you feel alone. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody's affected by like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about like the whole, you know, ICE and all that other stuff, like everybody's affected by all that stuff. You know, and it's there, a change has to be made. So I wait for the change, man. I wait for the change. I really do. Because things are going to change and everything's going to flip around. But the sad reality in it, before everything flips around, like everybody's not going to make it, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But things will flip around. I'm confident in that. Just historically, it always has. But like I said, it just sucks when stuff like this is happening, especially like when I talk to my grandma and stuff like that, and my grandma's telling me stuff that she's never been concerned about, and then she's talking to me about it. I'm like, yo, what in the world, man? I appreciate you, Heisenberg. Thank you. I appreciate you. One of the best reactors out there. I appreciate you, man. I'm just doing me, man. You guys make the channel what it is. This channel's nothing without y'all. You know what I'm saying? You guys, you know, create the feedback, you know, the comments, the engagement. Y'all keep me sharp with it. You know what I mean? Like y'all let me know about what's going on with these artists and everything behind the scenes. Y'all send me messages, and I got love for y'all for that, because I don't even be having the time to dig in deep into the background of the things that you guys do, man. So I really appreciate that, and I'll just use like the knowledge and wisdom y'all give me to just push forward to make my reactions better. You know what I'm saying? So without the dopest community, like there is no King Low 757 out here on YouTube. That's a fact. I'm now on social media, YouTube it is, and I'm writing right now as well. Try to infiltrate my recommended page. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's another thing too, Nicole. One thing I can recommend, like change up your algorithm. Change up your algorithm on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? Just put in positivity, put in positive affirmations, search. When the video pops up, watch it, like it, search, watch it, like it, search, watch it, like it. Keep doing that, and then your algorithm's gonna change. Cause that's what I was saying, like even with mine and everything. Big salute to Lou. Appreciate you pulling up. Shouts to Lou. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Yeah, you wanna when you switch it up like that, you have a different outlook on life. Like I was saying earlier, when it comes to like just like my YouTube algorithm, when I load it up in the morning on my way to work, the first thing that pops up is like it's like one or two things. I got like ARP, I'll be listening to like his podcast. He be talking about a bunch of different stuff. And then I got like this channel that I follow called Minority Mindset with Josh Spree. And he'll talk about like just investments and like the way the world is moving and everything and how to navigate through it. You know, so I watched that, you know, on my 30-minute drive to work. His video might be about 20 something minutes. I watched that on my way to work to get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? But also what I see on my YouTube algorithm is a lot of fear. A whole lot of fear. I'm seeing all these news outlets and all that stuff, and I click not interested in it, because the stuff between the podcasts I listen to, between the financial literacy channels I listen to, they talk about all of that, but the way it's delivered to you, it shows you where to navigate or what to look for to help you. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're watching like a channel they're talking about like stocks and like metals and all that other stuff in crypto. It's kind of like they'll talk about the state of the world and they're like, this is going on. So to protect yourself, you might want to look into this, you know, into this area, or to protect yourself, you might want to look at these assets over here, or to protect yourself, make sure that you don't do this. And that right there really helps me, you know? So I'll be listening to everything. And then also like creating a hedge in case stuff does go bad, like just things of that nature. And that's what's been like helping me navigate through like everything and to stay positive. And then of course, like when I look around me and everything, I look around like, you know, my family and everything. I'm happy about that. Yep. And that's the way I kind of gauge things. Because the world is crazy, man. The world is really crazy, and it's going to continue to be crazy. Like, unfortunately, that's not going to stop. But this right here, like, yeah, this is out of control. Oh, yeah. Say you, please. Been with you since Ren found you. Always appreciate the kind words. No doubt, no doubt. I appreciate you too, Nicole. I appreciate you pulling up and being part of the community, and then actually like throwing out these conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like these topics that we're discussing. You know, I appreciate you throwing those out there for us to talk about. But like I said, like when it comes to like the world, like they like to sell fear. They've been doing it forever. And if y'all seen how much money goes in, like just being on YouTube and looking at like how money generates from being monetized, these news outlets are making so much money, man. So much money with engaging thumbnails, the way they'll sell something to you. Cause in the world, things are not only as bad as they seem, but they're also not as good as they seem. It's always somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So when they're acting like the world's about to end, it's nowhere about to end. You know what I'm saying? It's not that close. But they'll sell it to you so that they can sell fear. And it's so crazy. Like, it's really, when it comes, it's really psychological, man. These people are like really wicked, right? These people are very wicked. So what they do is like, they sell you fear, right? You see it, you see the fear, you're like, oh man, I don't know what's going to happen within the next, I don't know, week or so, month or so. So what happens is, off impulse and fear, we start spending money on things we're not supposed to be spending money on, or we'll start acting a certain way we're not supposed to act. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're on high alert. So now we have zero tolerance for people. We have zero tolerance for like different things going on. So then we start to get into this mental cage where you're waiting for something to happen, you know, and something might or something won't. But the probability, like I'm gonna say the probability, but if something does not happen, all that time spending in fear was wasted. That's the way I look at it, for real. Because like I said, it's all psychological. It starts with them selling you fear, and then from there, when it lives in your mind, it makes you have impulse decision making, which takes a toll. It could take a toll on your family. You could lose your job behind it, all because you're on edge because of everything going on that they sold you. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about not trusting these governments and these news outlets, we got to stand on that. So when they selling fear, we got to stand on that shit. Like, nah, we ain't gonna let you scare us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's real. That's a fact. Trust us. We gotta stay positive. It's the only way in this crazy world. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, as much as they lie to you, you gotta not believe them. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we're gonna see things directly affect us. You know what I mean? But just different things, man. Just it's really messed up. Like, I see it out here, like driving around and everything. When I see the way people are driving, I know they're stressed. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, me driving the big rig, I'm up high. I can see everybody. When I see the decision making that people are making, trying to get to work or trying to get to wherever they're going, I was like, that made no sense. I guarantee you, if whatever was going on in the world wasn't going on, this probably wouldn't keep happening as often. You know, people are always gonna be stupid, but the consistency, like, no lie, y'all, when I'm at work, I feel like I'm living in the twilight zone. When I see the decisions that people make, the way people cut people off in traffic, the way people scream at people, the way people scream at me, and I did nothing wrong. Like, I could be driving and then somebody's trying to get over, and then, like, you know, I don't even know they're trying to get over because they don't have their blinker on. Then they look at me and they're cussing me out like, why didn't you let me over? I'm like, first off, you didn't have your blinker on. You're not driving like you're trying to get over. You're not even in front of me. You're staying in the middle of me. You're looking at your phone, and then you're controlling your speed based off your peripheral vision. I'm next to you and you're looking at your phone. So you're looking at me, but you want to get over, but you're looking at your phone. But because you're looking at your phone, you're not hitting your blinker or noticing that you need to either be in front of me or behind me. But then when you get next to me, I'm all these cuss words. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I literally did nothing wrong. I'm the one that's focused. I can see you and I can see the road, and you're doing all this crazy stuff. And like I said, I take all that, I put it into the fear. I put that into the fear, and then you know what it is from the fear graduates. It ends up going into your home. Sometimes you take it out on your kids. Not saying this is you guys, not saying this is like the people in the chat. I'm just saying, like, psychologically, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? The present is a gift. Yep. It's all we have right now. This comment at the moment, tick, 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 don't let it fade away. That's facts. Yep. Do not let it fade away. Definitely gotta stay strong. Like, for real. And then especially with me, like, when I go pick my kids up from school and they're just like, and you think about kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to protect them, but when you look at them, you see the joy in their eyes and you want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the type of joy that they're living, like, you want to feel like how they feel. So pick up my kids from school, yo, how's he doing? Like, they just, hey daddy, thanks. You know, like, for whatever, you know, they be saying, you know, kids would just be saying stuff, you know what I'm saying? So they'll run up like, hey daddy, you know, I was like, how's your day at school? It was good. And they're just happy. And they just start talking about their school day, talking about life. And it's just like, oh, like, this is what I live for right here. Yeah, those people are real reckless stresses, but there's so many of them. That's like 80% of the road out here from what I see. It's crazy. And then, like, when they do that to me and they look at me like I have a problem, I don't even, like, I just look at them. I don't even scream and holler. There's no point. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no point. I don't want to get physical if I want to. All this separating us is that glass that I got punched right through. You know what I'm saying? There's no point. You know, there's no point in even yelling at them. I just look at them. And then a lot of times with these people, right? A lot of times with these people, what ends up happening is, like, they'll honk their horn at you with all that other stuff. And I tell you, so many times, y'all, so many times, I pull up next to them, I just look at them. They'll just sit back in their seat like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it irritates me, man. I'm like, no, stand on business. Be Billy Badass. I want to see you scream so I can yell at you. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all know how crazy people are right now. You know, no reaction is always superior. That's a fact. You know, the biggest display of power is showing restraint. You know what I'm saying? So if you know you could break somebody into a million pieces and you just look at them, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. I had to learn that. I'm still actually learning that now because I got people that I want to break. Like, I'm just being real with y'all. I got people that I want to tear in half. But the way my life is set up, what I see for myself, where I'm the highest version of myself, that's not tolerated, and I'm trying to get up there. So I'm trying to get up there, man. I'm trying not to put hands on nobody. I'm trying to just chill, man. Like, I don't want to do that. But people will bring it out of you, and I just look at those as tests. You know, those people are put in these positions in your life to test you. You know, so that's how I look at it. And I'll be like I said before in one of my other streams, man, I was like, it must be, like, easy to be a piece of shit. Like, you just walk around, you do whatever you want, you irritate people, you have no morals, you have no principles, you have no allegiance to anybody. Like, you're really just out for yourself, and you do whatever you want. And the way God has been protecting you, like, you've never been punched in the face or slapped before. So you move like it can't happen. But those same people, I've seen them get punched in real life and they try to walk away in the middle of a fight. It's wild. I've seen people that walk around, like, with that entitlement, and I've seen them get smacked or punched and their brain didn't know what to do. They just weren't expecting it. I seen them just kind of walk away, and the person fighting them had to grab them and turn them around and hit them again. And the person just, it's the whole fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? But if you know an ass whooping can come with something, you need to just chill out. And that's what I was talking. I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, I feel like every kid, like by the age of 8, they should know what pain feels like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they should know. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds dark, but I feel like it saves them in life, because they could be the age 12 and they don't know what pain is, and they're gonna come across a 12-year-old that knows what pain is. Then the 12-year-old makes them feel their pain for them doing something to them. And then now your kid comes home like, yo, what happened? I got punched. In all 12 years of your life, you never been hit before. So this right here, mentally, it's traumatizing. Now you might walk around scared of the world. And it's like, we don't want you to be scared of the world. But if you experience it at a young age, you know it exists. That's why, like, people that grow up with siblings, man, y'all know what time it is, man. Unless you lived in one of those houses where your parents didn't let y'all fight. Cause I got some cousins, right? 2 girls and a boy, my cousins, my older cousins. Me and my brother, like, when we saw them get into an argument, we're waiting. Cause we was swinging when we were younger. We're waiting. They're saying all this, and mind you, they're 2 girls. I know girls fight different. So like, they're arguing with each other back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then me and my brother sitting here betting, yo, I bet she gonna swing on her first. My brother like, nah, she gonna swing on her first. And we just watching. You know what they did? They argued with each other and they went their separate ways. They stormed off. And me and my brother looking at each other like, yo, we wouldn't even talk that much. You know what I'm saying? So then I asked them, I was like, yo, how come y'all don't, I know it sounds crazy. I was like, how come y'all don't fight each other? I had to be like maybe 11, 12 years old. They're like, cuz, like, why would we fight? I was like, what you mean, why would you fight? You know what she said to you? You know what you said to her? So I just said something crazier back. I'm like, so y'all don't see a line that's crossed that makes it physical? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. But it's crazy because my cousins have actually been in fights with people and they were whipping people's asses. It's crazy. I got 2 brothers and 2 sisters, lots of bickering, but no real fights. Oh man, that's a blessing, Vicky. Not me. I'm the youngest brother. I fought all of them. And it was like, it's just, you learn, you know what I'm saying? You learn. So when I went into like the real world, because like me fighting my brothers and all that stuff, it taught me, of course my parents instilled it in me, but it taught me respect, right? So that's why to this day, I never disrespect somebody. Now, if you take it there with me, then you'll get it. But I treat everybody like this. We're on the same level of respect. Depending on how you treat me determines where my respect level for you goes. But everybody gets a fair shot. Everybody. You know, so I've never disrespected people. But when we had first moved to Virginia from Cleveland, that's when I got in them. Was that my first fight outside of family? I don't think it was my first fight outside of family, but I think it was my first fight in Virginia for real. And yeah, I beat the shit out of the boy. And it was crazy because, like I said, I have older brothers that I'm bigger than both of them. Well, I'm taller than all of them now. But like, yeah, like just me fighting them like my whole life. It's just kind of like when I got into a real fight with somebody, it was over quicker than I thought it would be. Cause I'm conditioned and I didn't even realize it. It was just second nature. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even go into details about how to fight. When I think I talked about it in another stream, but I don't want to talk about that, man. But it was bad. My little sister, she was the witness for it, and her being a witness is what like saved me, because the boy came at me. You know what I'm saying? My mom told me, she was like, don't be fighting these Virginia kids. I was like, what? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I was on the school bus and he called himself like, you know, pushing me or doing whatever he thought he was gonna do. Then I turned around and he got the business on the school bus. And that's what it was. Bus ended up coming to my house. My mom and his mom was about to fight. And yeah, it was crazy. And the only reason why my mom was about to go at her is because she came to our house. After the school bus dropped me off at my house, dropped him off at his house. And then we found out that his mom, like he was talking all this tough talking. His mom was like his mom was head of the neighborhood watch. I'm like, you couldn't watch your boy get his ass whooped though. But anyways, but yeah, she was like head of the neighborhood watch. So they walk to our house. They come over to us. They come to where we at. Come to the doorstep, ring the doorbell. And then she blames she starts attacking me and my mom in front of my mom. You know, my mom's like, well, if you would have taught your boy like how to fight and not talk crazy, maybe my son wouldn't have had to straighten him out. And the lady's like, what? And then my mom, like, you know, my mom be showing restraint too, but she, you know, she was from the gutter too, man. She was like, yeah, she got a wild background too. She used to fight boys growing up. So like my mom was about to tap into that zone, but she showed restraint as well. And she didn't do anything. She just told the lady about herself, told her to get off of like our property and all that, and then it was over. But then that let me see at a young age, like, how much family really affects, the upbringing. Like your upbringing really affects who you are and who you grow into. Yep. Yeah, and also Vicky, even my sister, when we was over there fighting, my sister was in it too. My sister was out there fighting us too, and my sister was fighting boys. Us. My sister used to whip my ass when we was younger, man. She used to beat the shit out of me. Used to get slammed and punched and all that stuff. Yeah, I couldn't do nothing with her. It was real. Couldn't do nothing with her, man. But shouts to my siblings though, man. I love them to death. Those are my dogs. Yep, that's a fact. Some people make the chips on their shoulder their whole life, their whole personality. Yep, their whole personality. I would never understand how trial and tribulation do not turn into lessons of personal growth. Exactly, it's generational. That's a fact. Yeah, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? People gotta get out of that state of mind. And that's what I mean. Like, it's just like we was having a conversation about this too. Like, I feel like high school, middle schools, and elementary schools, they're there to like humble kids and teach them lessons and build character. Because I'm gonna be real with you, the people I came across in the workforce, I'm like, yeah, you don't know it gets dark out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know it gets dark out here. Like, it can get dark for you. Like, just when I know we all seen it, man. We got people in the workplace that just walk around like they're untouchable. You know what I'm saying? They just walk around like they talk to people crazy. They do a lot of crazy stuff. And I'm just like, yo, the way I grew up, there's no way in hell you would have grew into this person. There's no way. Like, you would have never grown into that person. Like, you would have been, your growth would have been stumped. Like, somebody literally stumped. Like, you would have got the business put on you, man, for doing that. It's so crazy to me, man. I'm like, yeah, man. And it's just like, when you grow up certain ways, it's just, you look at it like it's the norm. Like, the way I grew up, it's like, all right, cool. If you disrespect somebody, you want to get hit. Or if you disrespect somebody, you want to get into some type of friction. Like, it doesn't have to be physical, but when you disrespect somebody, you want to get into an argument. You know what I'm saying? You want to get into a fussing match. If we just put it like at the most innocent point of it. But these people will say something to you and expect not to get nothing back, which is crazy to me. Like, we learn about actions and reactions all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been teaching my kids that forever. You know what I'm saying? Every action has a reaction, cause and effect. We know about cause and effect. Like, we've been taught, I believe we all were taught this when we were kids. That's because they never, exactly, Lou. Exactly, Lou. That's exactly what it is. I'm trying to say it in the most calmest way. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, violence doesn't always solve everything, but some people, it could save their life, man. Like, for real. So I'll be thinking about some of these people that end up getting unalived in situations because they were talking crazy. I strongly believe if they were growing up somewhere where people wouldn't allow that to fly, they would have grew into somebody that would have saved their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have grew into somebody that those type of things wouldn't have happened to them. Grew up in Little Chicago and war respect was something. Exactly, man. Exactly. Like, respect was just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and the only reason why you're disrespecting people is because you're looking for something. You know what I'm saying? When you walk, that's what I'm saying. You have people that walk around here not respecting people, but they're walking around being disrespectful, hoping you disrespect them too so they can take it somewhere further. You got those people. Then you got the people that disrespect people and don't expect nothing back. I'm like, yo, that's gotta be some type of mental disorder. More and more people are growing up without having to experience any meaningful consequences to their action. Yo, my kids, man, my kids are the same way. Yo, like, no lie, like my kids, like, they've been in sparring sessions with each other. They have boxing gloves and stuff. They started sparring with each other when they were like 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a punching bag and all that stuff. I need to get them another one. Like, their old one is just bad. It's been going for like maybe like a year or so. But I do need to get them another punching bag. But yeah, they've sparred with each other. Like, they'll get into like a little shoving match, and I'm like, nah, put on some gloves. And then I turned that into like a learning experience. So when they start fighting, I'm like, stop. I was like, hold your hand up this way, hold your hand up this way. What's your dominant hand? All right, use this. Use your hips, swing from the body. And then I'll have my other son block it with your glove. And their whole interaction with each other turns into a boxing lesson. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to throw jabs and all that stuff. So fast forward, them going to school and everything, I tell them all the time, I was like, there's these kids out here, their parents probably don't discipline them. You know, their older siblings probably don't do nothing with them. And they probably run their household. You know what I'm saying? And then when I see these kids in real time and I see the way they talk to their parents, I'm like, yeah. I was like, you see the way he's talking to his parents right now? I was like, he doesn't respect you either. because he's getting loud with his parents right now. I was like, would that fly in our house? They're like, no. I was like, exactly. I was like, so if he's disrespecting his mom and his dad, you think he's gonna respect you? I was like, the only way he'll respect you is if you make him respect you. His parents ain't making him respect him. And it's unfortunate because kids like that got to be humbled by other kids that grew up the right way. It's crazy. I got punched in the face when I was about 7 for being mean to this other little girl in school. I went home crying to my parents and expected them to rain down hellfire on this little girl. My parents said, good for her. Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to. And I tell my son that all the time, because one of my sons, he be talking real crazy. Like, he got the biggest attitude in the house. Like, he don't, like, he be, I'm talking about, screaming. I be having to tell him to shut up. Like, oh, shut up for something happened to you. Okay. But he'll just go into like full Super Saiyan mode, screaming and hollering. I'll be over here like playing a video game or like doing something here, and then I'll just hear, ah! And then his son, not his son, my other son will come in here like, daddy, and they'll tell me what's going on. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I walk in there, he's like, ah! And I'm like, oh, chill. But anyways, he liked to be bothersome to his brother, and he liked to talk a lot of shit. And I told him, I was like, hey, look, man, the way you moving right now, you're gonna come across somebody that's your age that's gonna hit you. First thing my son said, well, I'm gonna hit him back. I was like, look at this, man. I was like, the way this works, just like in boxing, because we watch a lot of boxing in this. I was like, just like boxing. I was like, you know what puts down a boxer? He's like, what? The one they don't see coming. And then he just looked at me. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, if you're talking to him and he's not talking back, that means he's swinging. So you, in your mind, you got 2 sentences out. But in reality, he hit you 3 times already because you're still trying to process getting hit. I was like, so, but look, if you don't do anything and you don't irritate nobody, you don't have to worry about those type of repercussions coming to you. I was like, and then even if somebody does decide they want to hit you, if you're not being disrespectful, you have more time to focus on their body language. When you're in mid-sentence and somebody hits you in the jaw, I've seen that happen too many times. People be in mid-sentence, they're like, like, you know what I'm saying? Mid-sentence getting their jaw tapped. Changes them. And it increases the likelihood of your jaw being broke too, because it's already open. You know what I'm saying? It's just things like people don't think about things like that when they're talking crazy. Like I said, if you're not walking around talking crazy to people, like, this don't apply to you. You know what I'm saying? You understand what respect is. I'm talking about the people that don't understand. I think of my old job, I even told them, I was like, yo, can we do a boxing match? They're like, what? I was like, yeah, can we throw an event? I was like, I signed a waiver and everything. That's how I knew I had to get out of that job. Because I knew I wasn't going to put hands on nobody, like, without them putting hands on me first. But I was like, can we just do like a boxing event, like just sparring, like drivers sparring with the warehouse or drivers sparring drivers, and we all sign a waiver. They looked at me like I was crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And then I was confused again because the people that I'm talking about boxing with, they prided themselves on being like Billy Badass at the job and like how they'll beat anybody's ass and they'll fuck anybody up. So I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't mad. I was like, yo, so talking to my supervisor, I was like, can we just do a boxing event, you know, with gloves and everything? You guys can pick the heaviest gloves y'all want so nobody gets hurt, but can we do that? I was like, because I signed a waiver and we can do what we gotta do. No, Angelo, we're not doing that. Why would we do that? I was like, because y'all hear all these drivers talking crazy to each other. I feel like it'll bring us together and it'll teach some people respect, but they didn't do it. I was let down. I thought they would, you know what I'm saying? I thought at least the guys would sign the waivers, you know what I'm saying? Or they would stand with me. Yeah, Angelo was right. Let's do that. Nah, they didn't do it. They just all got quiet. I was like, all right, man. Life is calling. Gotta go. Strength to all of you. See you next time. No doubt, Nicole. I appreciate you pulling up. You be safe out there. Take it easy. Take it easy. Have a good one. Keep doing your thing out there. Keep doing your thing. Don't let them sell your fear. Keep it moving. I hate those kind of people. They're just reckless. That's facts. Yep. That is a fact. That's how they be, man. That's how they be. But like I said, they haven't been humbled. If they were humbled, they wouldn't even be like that. I guarantee you. Just got back from the vet. The cat's okay? The cat's okay, Lou? What the fuck happened to you, man? Hope the cats are good. Had to drop my cat off. She could. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Did they tell you what it was? I hope she's all right.
Come to the part of the story where I blow your goddamn head off.
Man. All right, so what we have lined up. I meant to get to this earlier today while everybody was in here, but the chat got real lit. Salute to the chat too, man. I noticed as we've been doing these live streams, the chat has been getting more lit. People been talking more, and that's all I want. That's what I want with the community. I want everybody to engage in the community and everything, just so everybody gets to know each other. You see each other in the comments, be like, yo, what up, such and such, whoop de whoop, da 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 da. That's what community is, man. So I love that about y'all. UTI, but I had to leave her there because she got oh wow, okay. Wow. Well, good thing you took her there. You know what I'm saying? They found out something else. It's not your fault though. You know, she couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? That's the thing about animals. Can't really talk. But you know, that or you taking her there for that, you know, brought over the other stuff you didn't know about. So that's a double win. You know, it's getting caught early. Dang, what was I about to say? Yeah, so like I said, with the chat and everything, I like the engagement and everything. I like how more people are pulling up to the chat. It seems like this time is better for everybody. You know, the only reason why it's Friday is because of the snow. My work schedule got pushed, so I had to work yesterday, which is normally a live stream day. I had to push it to Friday. And like I said, I'm trying to work on doing live streams the night before and one in the morning. So what I want to do, my dream in a perfect reality for me, would be to do a live stream Wednesday night and then do a live stream Thursday afternoon and then do another live stream on Sunday. So get 3 for the week and everything. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's that too, Lou. Yeah, more people are watching and engaging. Yeah, because like I said, you have people that watch you have people that watch, you know, that kind of lurk, you know what I'm saying, in a way that I want it to be, like having it like a podcast. That's why I'm trying to like what I was talking about earlier in the group message, like coming out with like topics and stuff like that for us all to talk about, you know, just like what's going on in the world and everything. Just speak on different things, pop culture, you know, history, the economy, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Spend a little bit of time on those different things. So if somebody's on their way to work, they can hear it and everything. But what I need to do is me personally, what's on me and nobody else, is I need to come up with a specific time, because that right there is going to be what makes it. If I can come up with a specific time every day, like, you know, similar to like Sunday, it's between 3 and 7. It could start at 3 o'clock on the dot, could start at 3:30, 3:45, almost 4 like last time. But I need to come up with a time, like on Friday or Thursday, and be like, yo, this is the time that we're doing this live stream, so people could tune in or just look forward to it every Thursday or whatever. And then from there, we'll see what happens from there. But it's just me trying to get my life together. Exactly. Yeah, that's a fact, Luke. Yeah, I gotta get together. Yep. God know when they can find me in a good time and everything. So I gotta start engaging that community post a lot more, you know. I'm trying, well, you already know, man. I say it all the time. I'm trying to do so much more for this channel than reactions. Your reactions are cool and everything, but at the same time, I feel like there's a deeper message than reactions. We can come to good conversations with the reactions and everything. And of course, like you already know, like the heavy hitters on this channel and everything, we're definitely going to get their reactions going and all that. But like I said, I want to create a place where people could come not only for reactions, just, you know, the way life is set up, man. Just come somewhere where you could just chill, not be judged, speak your piece, and we can just talk about topics, you know, because I know a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have people they could talk to. Do I have topics in mind? I kind of want to, you see like how these conversations go everywhere, Lou? It's kind of like, I kind of like it like that, but I want to have the topics whenever we do, just maybe something that's going on popular. Because I know what I saw the other day is crazy. So one topic, right? I don't know if you saw it. I'm glad you said that, because I just thought about it. I wanted to ask you guys about it. I wanted to put it in a post, but I don't know who all has seen it. People are trying to say that Unc doesn't mean uncle. They're trying to say it means uncool. And when I say there's like this young white girl and this young white guy. And they're saying, did you guys know Unc doesn't mean uncle? It means uncool. And then people are online, they're spewing this narrative. People are online, like, even black people, they're like, I did not know Unc meant uncool. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, spreading bullshit. And that was one of the ones I wanted to get online and talk about, because that right there is, I don't understand why that happens, man. It's like, how you gonna you know what I'm saying, Vicky? It's crazy. Like, I'm just like, yo, why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to make this about race and everything, but there's been so many scenarios, right? So many, I don't know if you guys been paying attention. There's a lot of stuff that like black people come up with, and then other people will come up and like be like, nah, it means this. And it's like, yo, how you gonna say, we created it? Like, how you gonna tell us what it means? So then what ends up happening, we start getting post-traumatic slave syndrome and shit. Like, what you mean? Like, you try to change something else? Like, it's just like, yo, just let us do us. You know what I'm saying? Just let us, if it's cool, it's cool. Like, means uncle, dog. Like, why are you doing this? Like, you don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do this. You know, like, come up with something. And y'all remember, like, growing up, man, you already know, like, one of my favorite white phrases was, get a load of this guy. That shit had me weak. That right there is so damn cool. Check this guy out. Get a load of this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that right there is just like, when my friends would say that to people, dog. Oh yeah, post-traumatic slave syndrome all day long. You already know. I'm telling you, man, the PTSS, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It triggers it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. When I heard my homie say that, man, one time, man, he was like, hey, Lo, get a load of this guy. I was like, yo, dang, that plane is loud, man. But when he said that, man, when he said, like, get a load of this guy, I was like, yo, this, because it's like, he didn't even have to, like, clarify. Like, it was, I knew exactly what he meant. I was like, yo, that is so cool right there. You know what I'm saying? But now, that type of terminology ain't out no more, man. I'm like, yo, like, and I'm just like, and then these kids, man, these two kids that we talking about, man, they got to be like early 20s. Like, how is somebody in their early 20s going to tell us that unk means uncool? Like, it's crazy to me, man. It's really crazy to me. Like, you ain't even been on this earth long enough. Like, yo, people was calling people unk like before I was even born. So it's like, whatever, man. Like, hold on, let's see if I can check it out, man. The unk meaning memes. Just thought of something, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can find the video, y'all. Maybe if I type in unk means uncle. Which, you know, it doesn't. I even hate typing this into like my search bar, because I don't want YouTube to think that I think I'm like them. Where's that? Where's it at? Oh, my bad. Put it in there the wrong way. See if we can find that out. Yeah, here it is, y'all. All right, let's get this together. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this one up so y'all can see it for yourself, just so y'all know that I'm not lying. All right, where's it at? Let's get this right, man. Exactly. I think it is, Vicky. I think that's exactly what they do. They're trying to stir something up. All right, let me see. Where we at? Put it here. All right, so look at this, man. So look at this shit right here, y'all.
Unk. Oh. Unk does not mean uncle, guys. Unk does not mean uncle. Does anyone know unk does not mean uncle? What does it mean, Wyatt?
It means uncool, but like...
Hold up, let me turn it up for y'all. It's probably too low. Is it generational? I don't know. What you mean, like, is unk generational? Yeah, unk is like, unk been around forever. Unk has been around for as long as I can remember, as long as I was born. You know what I'm saying? Even my uncles would be like, all right, unk, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is with us. But yeah, this is right here is crazy.
Unk. Oh. Unk does not mean uncle, guys. Unk does not mean uncle. Does anyone know unk does not mean uncle? What does it mean, Wyatt?
It means uncool, but like...
Uncool?
What? No one uses that. No one uses unk to say, like, you're uncool. Like, people just say, like, because you're old. Like, yeah, you're unk. So I don't really know. I think people just, that shows you that people can just make their own definitions for these terms and they don't really mean.
Man, fuck no, bro. No.
Telling you, man, it's just like, it's real, man. Like, secondhand embarrassment. Yo, I'm telling you. And then they're like, and like, you already know the internet's gonna drag them for this, but no one asked you to do this. Like, you want engagement? This is what you're getting. You're getting engagement. That's exactly what you're getting. You're getting engagement. You're getting everything you came for and then some. You know what I'm saying? Like, thumbs up Gen Z is being sarcastic to older generations. It's confirmation. Yo, I'm telling you. And you can see, like, when she says it, like, look at this. When they say it, they really believe this. Like, he's acting like he just uncovered a gem. And then she's acting like she's the gatekeeper, right?
Unk. Oh. Unk does not mean uncle, guys. Unk does not mean uncle. Does anyone know unk does not mean uncle? What does it mean, Wyatt?
It means uncool, but like...
Uncool?
What? No one uses that. No one uses unk to say like you're uncool. Like people just
No one uses unk to say your uncle. Really. Because you're not part of that culture doesn't mean it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's crazy to me, man. That's like me. Let's say like there's terminology. Let's say there's like terminology like in like the country. I mean like country. I mean like farmland. You know what I'm saying? Where people are like really working on farms and all that other stuff. A culture that I know nothing about. And then they're using slang, and I get up here on my platform and I say, hey, did y'all know that X, Y, and Z doesn't mean that? But they keep using it. It actually means this. First thing people be like, yo, first off, who the fuck are you? Second off, like, who are you to say that? The third thing they're gonna say, if not the first thing, you're not part of this culture. You don't belong to this culture. You don't know anything. That's gonna be the first thing they say. So what are we talking about, man? He said Unc didn't even sound right coming out of his mouth exactly. Unc doesn't mean uncle, guys. It's just content, no matter what it is these days. Exactly. It's crazy, man. But the thing about it too, man, is like it's different if you do this and then like you're hoping for the backlash. But this is how I know that these little kids, they don't know what they're doing, because I've heard about the backlash they're getting from this, and it's totally left field. They didn't expect it. It goes back to being punched in the face when you're disrespectful. You don't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? That's what knocks you out. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I blame the parents. As a parent now, y'all, apparently as a parent, right? I blame the upbringing on everything for these kids, man. Everything. Like kids in my kids' school, when they act a certain way, I'm like, where the parent at? I don't even be mad at the kids no more. Like I'm mad at them because, this man has like a shadow, you know what I'm saying? He has like a beard growing in and all that stuff. And then he got his glasses on trying to look cool and all that, you know what I'm saying? But, because uncle means uncool, so he want to look cool. Somebody might call him Unc. He don't want that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Unc Unc to me is uncle, but I'm simply not uncool. Exactly. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is wild, man. It's wild.
Unc does not mean uncle, guys. Unc does not mean
groundbreaking, guys. In case you guys didn't know, this is groundbreaking news.
uncle. Does anyone know Unc does not mean uncle? What does it mean, Wyatt?
it means uncool, but like
Uncool?
And you see how she hesitated, right? She didn't even believe her damn self when she said it. Look at this. Let's count.
Wyatt.
it means uncool, but like
1,
Uncool?
2,
what?
3.
No one
She had 3 seconds after she said to know that she fucked up. She could have cleaned it up in 3 seconds. She was like, it means uncool. And if she would have cleaned it up, it wouldn't even have went this far. But she stood on business. Like after his reaction, and he played a role too. After his reaction, she decided to double down, which to me was whack. It's crazy, man.
Uncle. What does it mean, Wyatt?
it means uncool, but like
Uncool?
what? No one uses that. No one uses unk to say like you're uncool. Like people just say like because you're old. Like you're unk. So I don't really know. I think
There's different statuses, man. Like I said, like we were talking about this on the stream earlier. There's different statuses. You got like, you got like, of course you got like, the younger generation like, yo, what up, gang, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's usually like when you're younger and stuff like that. You got gang. You got of course, like, peers, like, you know what I'm saying? I call my friends like my homies and stuff like that, but I don't ever call my friends gang. You know what I'm saying? That's just that's the younger generation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got them saying gang, and then you got like big bro status, you got Unc, you got Pops, you got OG. You know what I'm saying? Now Pops is kind of like, when you hear Pops, it's kind of disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But I think like OG and Pops, Pops is like the disrespectful term for OG. You know what I'm saying? So you got OG, you got Unc, you got big bro, and then you got like, you got the younger generation. Because YN is dying. Nobody really even says YN anymore. And then trying to use it as uncle, as in old. Nah, like she just means like she thinks that when you say that, she's trying to say like, so if I go outside, right, and somebody says, what's up, Unc, that's pretty much, she's trying to make it look like they're calling me whack. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying Unc as in like they're respecting like your age and your status. Cause me, man, I'll be getting the with certain people, I'll get like, sometimes these younger kids will think like I'm their peer, and then after me and them talk for a while, they'll realize I'm older than them. I've gotten big bro before. I haven't got Unc. I feel like I am at Unc status, but nobody's ever called me Unc. I've always heard like big bro or bro and stuff like that. So
people just, that shows you that people can just make their own definitions for the.
That just shows you that people can make their own definition for things. So hold on, let's listen to this again. Is she trying to prove what she just did?
Because you're old, like
Yeah.
you're unk. So I don't really know. I think people just that shows you that people can just make their own definitions for these terms and they don't really mean.
Man,
So was she talking about herself making a term for the definition?
fuck no, bro. No, we never use unk to call somebody uncool, bro. We had other words for that. Champ,
Whack.
lame,
Exactly.
corny,
Facts.
square. That's what
Facts.
we use to call
Why would we do that as a code? You know what I'm saying? There's so many words. Lame, whack, sorry, shitty. Like we got so many names for uncool. We never even say uncool. Like when the last time you ever heard the word uncool, period? It's crazy. Exactly. She's right. She made a definition. That's what I was thinking, Vicky. I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if that's what she meant the whole time when she go viral, like as her cop out? He ain't got more than I do. Don't do that, Lou. He ain't got more than I do. I got some up here too that y'all don't even see. You're right, Tori. My bad. You're right. Let me stop cussing. But like, yeah, I got some on that wall too. I ain't collected pops in like 2 or 3 years. But he got like, I ain't gonna do that, man. I'm humble. I ain't gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, he's got a lot of pops, man. He got a lot of pops.
all people who are uncool, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop with this. Y'all not from our culture.
I thought that background was fake. I thought that was a fake background.
Use to call people who are uncool, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop with this. Y'all not from our culture. Don't come with our culture try to tell us what our slang means, bro. Like, stop it, bro. Like, the only other definition for unk I ever seen, like back in the day, me and my homies, we used to call people who sit in front of the liquor stores early in the morning, all day, every day, like winos. We used to call those unks. Like, that's the only other definition of unk I ever seen.
But even with the winos, you know what I'm saying? The winos, they're like older. So, you know what I'm saying? You're calling them unk because they're like older. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? So it still applies. Like we had names for like people drinking in front of the liquor store. We had other names for them that I'm not gonna say up here, but yeah.
Y'all let me know. Y'all talk to me in the comments. Have y'all ever seen anybody call somebody a unk? Cause
I'm scared to look at these comments, but let's look at them. All right, well. Has anyone gone to correct them? Oh, that's a good question. He said, I hope so. Unk means uncle, you idiots. Pretty much. Yeah.
You know, I was talking about how I'm turning.
Oops.
Unk.
Hold on.
Oh.
Unk does not mean uncle, guys.
Hold on. Nah, bro, this is some homeschool bedroom reasonly just in her head stuff. What really happens in real life? Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Well, that's kind of a dark comment. Lame-o, weird, etc. can be uncool, but unk is uncle. They can never come up with their own shit. Apparently, I'm an unk for being 30. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how it works, man. Why? I don't know why you sound like you're the first to know. You know, or the last to know. It's crazy. And being in your 30s, that'll definitely make you an unk. And then he said, he's like, apparently I'm an unk for being 30. And then the dude put, it be like that. You know what I'm saying? What's this one?
You know, I was talking about how I'm turning into unk beef in real time. And initially it was kind of like just like a joke reference, right?
I want to clarify with the kids too. Does it stand for uncle or uncool?
See, this is what happens, man. I feel like homie right here, I feel like this guy right here, I feel like he looks like he's old enough to know what the definition is. I don't know if the young girl up here, if he's just letting her talk, but I'm pretty sure he knows it means unk. Just by me just looking at him, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but I'm assuming. The kids, she is a kid. Yep. It's crazy, man. Definitely a kid.
You know, I was talking about how I'm turning into unk beef in real time. And initially it was kind of like just like a joke reference, right?
I want to clarify with the kids too. Does it stand for uncle or uncool?
Uncle, yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Just wanna make
It's
sure.
never been uncool. I don't.
Come on, man. They just, and they even look confused. They're like, it's never been uncool. Like, come on, man. So my bad going at old girl like that. I think my bad. She was trying to prove a point. I thought she was seriously asking, but she was asking the younger generation what it means. But at the same time, you can't really ask the younger generation that. These are the same people that came up with 6, 7, and it has no meaning. You got to ask somebody that is cut from that. You know what I'm saying? Like that knows.
A joke reference, right?
I want to clarify with the kids too. Does it stand for uncle or uncool?
Uncle, yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Just wanna make
It's
sure.
never been uncool. I don't. Think.
When referring to me, it was never even close to being uncool. Let's keep it 100. All right.
making
Yeah.
sure.
It was
He said, keep it 100. Like,
100. All right.
making
Yeah.
sure.
And it was uncle, meaning like I could have been related or, banged your mom's sister or something. I was talking
I mean, you can try to. I mean, I guess you can try to flip it like that to make yourself feel better, man. You said what is 6'7"? They need to sack their research team. That's a fact, yeah. Yeah, it pretty much means nothing. 6'7" can mean anything. I talked to my kids about it. I wish they was here so they could explain it to y'all. But like it really doesn't mean anything. It came from a song. It came from a basketball player as well, like 6'7", just it was his height and all that stuff. So that was one meaning. Then also it could mean like so, give or take. 6'7" is like give or take. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Weighing out my options. It's stuff like that. So that's what like 6'7" pretty much means. It pretty much doesn't have a definition. And some people use it in like a perverse way too. It's crazy.
Great job, white people. We once again managed to take an African-American English word and give it a completely new...
Yo, he hopped up here so fucking fast, y'all. Y'all see that? He's got to be on Adderall or some shit. But yeah, he's all the people that think that that this is what it is. Yeah, he's coming for y'all, man. He's definitely coming for y'all. My 6-year-old nephew thinks 6'7" is hilarious. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's nonsense. That's nonsensical. Yeah, you're right, Lou. It's just to annoy parents. That too. Yep, that too. Yep. That's why I stopped letting it annoy me, man. That shit was pissing me off. But yo, homie right here, he came up here just dropping gems, man.
Great job, white people. We once again managed to take an African-American English word and give it a completely new definition. I'm talking, of course, about the word unk, which at this point is being used online as a funny honorific synonym of bro. But unk used to have a very specific definition. It originally referred to an older male figure in the black community. And yet, we now have white teenagers on TikTok using the term amongst themselves. In linguistics, we call this process semantic broadening. The definition of unk has now broadened to include people of pretty much all ages and races. However, because the term has become so genericized, it's losing its original contextual importance in African-American English. It's also shifting in meaning to take on a primarily humorous connotation, since the people appropriating the word are capitalizing on a sense of perceived comedy. We've actually seen a very similar thing happen with the word yacht, which went from an African-American English pronunciation of goddamn to being used as a noun for butt in memes like the Rizzler song. In the process, its original pronunciation and definition were distorted in a way that ultimately made a farce of its actual roots. Great.
Damn, boy was cooking. That's a lot to unpack right there. He was cooking, man. But he said what a lot of people was thinking. You know what I'm saying? That right there is wild. Me and my sister used to talk dog Latin to my mom, and she didn't have a clue. Yo, that's crazy right there. Yeah, I'm saying, like, when you talking in like code like that, man, it be fucking people up, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was telling Lou, man, I want to learn Swahili and talk to people in Swahili and see how they act. You know what I'm saying? It says he seems so disappointed and genuinely mournful of these slang words. That's a fact, man. Like it's so many Black American words that we came up with that are being used globally, and a lot of people don't get the credit for it. It's like the dances and all that stuff too, and then it gets flipped into something else. Like you could look at Fortnite. Fortnite is has stuff up there. TikTok. People call it TikTok language. It's crazy because people call it TikTok slang, but it started somewhere else first before it made it to TikTok. TikTok made it viral, but it is what it is. Believe what you want. Argue with your mama. I can't wait for manga and anime translators to start using Unk for sensei. That right there would be dope. Bro, Unk is literally just a shorter version of uncle. These are people just using their regular brains. Like people are trying to make things so complex.
What's happening? What's happening, good people? I had somebody say this to me the other.
Luckily, no one's asked me that. Just the people that are around me. No one's ever asked me, "Hey, Lo, does Unk mean Unk or uncool?" Like no one's ever asked me that. Thankfully, even my kids that I'm pretty sure they heard of it. My kids didn't even ask me what it means, because they know what it means. You know what I'm saying?
He said that somebody called him Unk and he was offended. And I couldn't figure out. I'm like, oh, why did you get offended? You like pretty. Your age is pretty up there.
Exactly.
I think this person's like 39 or something like that. So this is a younger person, but I think this explains what he was confused about. Let me show you this. Let me turn this around real quick. Yeah, check this out.
No one uses that.
Oh, you're talking about him right here.
No one uses Unk to say like you're uncool. Like people just say like because you're old. Like you're Unk.
All right, let me rewind this a little bit. Let me rewind this a little bit.
Unworthy until a different skin color does. This is for the way we talk. So it's just so infuriating that I hop online and I see people misusing words that I know the actual
misusing words.
Unk does not mean uncle, guys. Unk does not mean uncle. Does anyone know Unk does not mean uncle? What does it mean, Wyatt?
It means uncool.
Wyatt need to shut the hell up, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't get it's like every time I see this joint get played again, I'm just like, bro, like secondhand embarrassment, like what y'all were saying, man. Secondhand embarrassment all day.
Cool, but like uncool? What? No one uses that. No one uses unk to say like you're uncool. Like,
And then him, he be going hard. Like his YouTube content is like, I agree with some of the stuff he says, but he be saying a lot of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know he go cook up here though.
people just say like, because you're old, like you're unk. So I don't really know. I think people just that shows you that people
Yeah, he's
can
pissed.
state their
Lil.
own
He's
definitions.
pissed. Like the content on his channel, like he talks about like Black American culture and all that stuff all the time. So like this right here is like destroying him. I'm surprised he even stayed this silent to watch it. Like, and that's a young boy too. You know what I'm saying? That young boy, he be cooking. Like I said, I don't agree with like he be saying a lot of crazy shit that I don't agree with, but he be having his time when he's like spot on.
Yes, people can.
Hold on, we got a white man and a white woman sitting here talking about what unk means. What is 2026? Unk does mean uncle. Okay, it does not mean uncool. It never meant uncool. Unk has always been a term that we use to refer to older people in the neighborhood. We walking around, we probably go to the corner store, we see an older dude, be like, "What's up, Unk? How you doing?" Type shit. Just chop it up with him. Nowadays, in 2026, it refers to anyone that is old, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds. That has never been what it meant. And honestly, everyone couldn't be called Unk. Like you kind of had to have a status of yourself. But they just throw this term around left and right. She talking about it means uncool. It never meant that. What are you talking about?
You touch my car, fire. You touch my belt, fire. You touch my partner, fire. You touch me, fire. You spit, fire. Anywhere in my...
Come on, y'all. That whole fire, like that. See, it get like this is a crazy rabbit hole to go down. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's unfamiliar with this stuff, it's a learning experience and it's a crazy rabbit hole to go down, man. It's wild.
I'm here in the vicinity and I can sense violence in your heart. Fire. I'm up in it. Come up.
Y'all hear this?
All right, so let me turn. Listen, we gotta stop allowing people to take our words and changing the definition. Woke is still
what they did to woke is crazy.
a good thing, y'all. Woke, the word woke is still a good thing. That means stay woke. That means your eyes are wide open, your spirit is wide open, your senses, your ears, you're listening, you're hearing, you're seeing what's going on. Unk means uncle. It's short for uncle, but not just any bum on the street. Like somebody you look up to, you respect, and that's universal within the African diaspora. The word unk and auntie.
Not the African diaspora. All right, okay.
Auntie is a good thing. That's for the women. Auntie is a good thing, not a bad thing. Y'all let me
see, man, but it's like I ain't gonna lie, man. Auntie gets more respect than Unk. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Auntie gets way more respect than Unk, man. Cause yo, like Auntie is like kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's Auntie could be used for like, you know, I know some of my homies, man, like when they refer to Auntie, it'd be like, and some of the young people I know, when they hear Auntie, it's like on some MILF shit. They're like, yo, Auntie, man, yo, Auntie out there, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Auntie, you know what I'm saying? Like it could be used for that, and it could also be used for like your aunt or showing respect. But like Auntie gets more respect than Unk does. And him, he's not even Unk, man. He's OG. He's OG status. He's not even Unk. He's OG status. You could just tell. You could tell by, and not just by looking at him. You could like hear by the way he's talking. He's got like a lot of wisdom and everything. And you could tell like I pay attention to everything. Like instead of just pulling up the video on his phone and doing like the TikTok the reaction thing, the TikTok reaction, he turned his whole phone around and zoomed in on a picture on a part of the TV and went from side to side. That is OG status. That's not Unk. That's OG. Like you could tell he's older and he has wisdom. He could probably tell you a whole lot of stuff about life, but technology is just not really his friend. But he got, you know what I'm saying? He got his word out and everything. So salute to OG. But I still see my aunt died is technically my second cousin. Oh yeah, that too. You're right, Lou. That too, yeah. We also call people that aren't our aunts, like older cousins. We can call them aunt too. You know what I'm saying? Well, female cousins. Well, it depends on, you know, how your lifestyle is or what the lifestyle of your I'm gonna stop talking, man. Let me shut up before I talk myself into a hole. But yeah, you know what I mean.
We have Unk. Unk is that one older dude always acting cool with
what's going on here, y'all? What's going on here? I'm literally just scrolling down and I'm just seeing things, man. Like, what is he doing? Why does he have the hat on his head like that?
We have Unk. Unk is that one older dude always acting cool with the kids. Hey, yo, Unk, what are you doing here? That's actually said to me a lot. We have Unk. Unk is that...
Nah, this ain't it for me. In the Indian culture, elders are also called uncle and auntie. Oh, yeah, you're right. And then depending on where you're at, that's how you say it too. You know, aunts. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's so funny about that, man? Like, I don't know. I forgot what I was about to just say. I thought I had something, but I don't got nothing.
I know the devil mad that I never gave.
Okay.
Anybody who can easily believe.
Okay, well.
I know the
But that's what I'm
devil
saying. Well, this is pretty much tells y'all how my algorithm is right here, man. Like, just things like that. But yeah, that right there is crazy to me, though. Like, they need to stop. They need to stop all that shit ASAP. That shit's not right. Yeah, and you know what's crazy too? You know what's wild too? Lou, it's not just like white American people. It depends on where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, even in like certain parts of Cleveland, like my grandma, she pronounces it ant. She pronounces it ant and everything. I like, you know, like Auntie Anne's, the pretzels. I know black people that pronounce it Auntie Anne's. I know black people that call their auntie. Like I said, my grandma, you know, and she's been in Cleveland like her whole life. My grandma about to be like, how old is grandma about to be? Grandma about to be 79 this year. It's crazy. She about to be 79 this year. And yeah, she says auntie. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on where you're from. You know, but a lot of times white people do say auntie. I came across a few that say auntie, but yeah, it's wild. You know, the black person that's announced it, aunt. Yeah, yep, Especially like when you go to like the country and stuff like that. Like you'll hear like auntie and then you'll hear auntie as well. It all depends, you know what I'm saying? So in the UK, I think they say aunt pretty universally. Yeah. When I was over there, that's how they would say it when I was over there. But yeah, my grandma would be like, she'd be like, your auntie, you know, and then my homeboy, how does he say it? My homeboy from Carolina, does he say Auntie Anne's? I don't know. But I came across a few people. But I hear auntie more. But it throws me off when someone says like, you say aunt. Well, Vicky says aunt. Yeah, I've seen them both. But then uncle is just uncle. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no uncool. Ain't none of that stuff, man. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you, Lou. I wanted to show you this one joint, man. I gotta see if I can find it. Like my favorite, I found like my favorite Arc Raiders, video online. Period. My favorite Arc Raiders joint online. Damn, can I see more? Damn, I want to see my history. Hold up, watch history. There we go. Shorts. I gotta find it for y'all, man. Where's it at? Where is it? I sent it to people and everything. Come on, where's it at? January. Damn, where is it? There it is. I'm gonna show y'all this, man. All right, this right here is hilarious, man. This Arc Raiders joint is so fun. This right here, y'all, is the reason why I play Arc Raiders when I get to it. All right, let me see. I want to see that. Also after that video, I have a topic I like to discuss. I got you. All right. So, now let me get back to it. All right, y'all. So this right here, right? This, y'all gotta listen to this. This is hilarious. This is why I play Arc Raiders, okay? This is one of my favorite, right now, my favorite video on the internet, all right?
Sometimes in Arc Raiders, you meet people in the craziest ways. So when this raider, let's call him Greg, showed up also playing a flute, a jam session was in order.
Listen to that. They're just playing off of each other. What happens if we touch them? You come around here often?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, brother, I'm feeling a little Brokeback Speranza.
But this is where our story takes a dark turn. A couple minutes later, we ran into this pair of raiders who gave us a warning.
Head that way. There's the bad guy.
We hung around for a bit, but we never found the bad guy they had warned us about. But as we began to go our separate ways, disaster struck. That flare is in the exact same spot that I left Greg. No, not like this.
Brother, you okay? What happened?
Dude, some guy shot me up here. He's on the other side of this box.
I desperately tried to find Greg and his attacker, but Greg had went silent. As I rounded the corner, my worst fears were realized. Greg had passed, and yet even in death, he still looked just as beautiful as I remembered him. The world will know your song, Greg. I swear it.
Long live Greg. But it's not over yet, yo. It's not over.
I checked the inside of the building, and sure enough, there he was. Time to make him pay. You killed my friend, you bastard! Oh no, now me and you are gonna have a little talk.
Don't shoot!
No, we're past don't shoot. You already killed my friend, didn't you? You fucking bastard! I know you have his flute! But just his life wouldn't do as payment. No. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna res you, and you're gonna get my friend's flute, and you're gonna play a song with me. You got it?
Okay, good. I don't speak English.
I don't care. You're gonna follow orders. I don't care what language you speak. Pick up the flute. Play me sweet music right now. You play that flute right now.
Oh.
Ah, there it is. It's beautiful. That's my favorite song, actually.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Scared.
It's okay. I'm so sorry too. Sometimes in Arc Raiders, you.
I can't get enough of that, man. That video is hilarious, man. It's my favorite video on the internet, man. How come I don't got a flute? Because I don't like to touch flutes, Lou. I don't like to touch flutes. That's why. Yo, this right here that's why I love the game, man. I love the game. That is why I love Arc Raiders, man. Like, that's one of those moments, man. Right there is just, that's real, man. Because it's like, y'all saw it literally in real time. You see him just make a friend on the game. And then his friend is like, yo, somebody's shooting at me. Then he went silent. He couldn't find out where he was. Then he found the guy that killed him. And he said, hey, that's his flute, you bastard. And like, he helped him up just so he could play one more tune. Oh, yeah, that's the way I remember it. Dude was like, I'm so scared. He's like, yeah, bang. And killed him. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be, man. Salute to Arc Raiders. That's the reason why Arc Raiders is gonna be one of the greatest games ever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just had to share that with you guys. When I saw that, I sent it to like a bunch of people like in my everybody that plays Arc Raiders in my phone book. I sent it to them. I was like, y'all gotta see this shit. This shit right here is real. You gotta see it. But yeah. But what you wanna talk about, Lou? That right there was fire, man. Salute to Lucci, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Lucci if y'all want to see Arc Raider stuff. Lucci's a beast. Like I told him, I was like, if I could subscribe 10 times, I would. This is the best video I've ever seen on the internet. Exactly. With a side of flute. Talk that talk, Lou. Absolutely. It's the best revenge. Ain't nothing like it. But that had me weak, man. That had me weak. I loved it. I loved it. Yep. Good times. I live for stuff like that. I actually gotta upload a clip to Instagram and everything. I'm really uploading my Arc Raiders clips to YouTube, man. I haven't done that yet. I'm already getting killed on Instagram with my clips. They're like, dude, you're so trash. I'm like, yeah, I just started playing yesterday. Because y'all know me, I'm a PvE person, man. I'm not a PvP in Arc Raiders. So Ren has come under some fire for using the... Oh, I already knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I already saw that coming. Lou. I already knew. But I know Ren doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't care. But of course, like, you know, people, that's the thing that sucks about people doing what Ren does, like speaking a message, like an unfiltered message that people need to hear. People are going to nitpick. When you talk about so much right stuff, they start to nitpick different things. Arguing whether or not he should have used that word. That's one of them things, man. People go have to just agree to disagree, because you have people that, no one is going to agree on that 100%, because you have people that like have like people around them or in their lives with like special needs and everything. So they're going to always feel a way about that. You know what I mean? So it's just, and then you got people that are like, yo, he didn't mean it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that terminology isn't even really associated with that anymore in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, back in the day, like when we used to say that back in the day, because I'm pretty sure everybody said it back in the day, like that right there isn't even, the terminology and the slang now isn't even the same as it was back then. To me, it's like, it doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't, it don't even hit the same. So when he said that, I was like, oh, I heard that, you know, but Ren is Ren. Yeah, definition and contextually correct. Exactly, yeah. Yep, it's the same thing. Like, it's just like when you hear people say like ignorant, you know what I'm saying? When people say, oh man, you're ignorant, like people be like, oh, you're calling me dumb. It just be like, no, you're just not well versed in this subject you're talking about. Like, you're ignorant to what's going on around you. Like, you're not a dumb person, but when it comes to this, what you're speaking on, for instance, like the kids talking about Unk, they're ignorant. They're ignorant as shit because they don't know nothing about what they're talking about. That's what makes you ignorant. Agree to disagree. That's facts. Yep. Agree, disagree, and just drop it. Move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? If you believe what he said offended you, then stop listening to him. It's really that simple. If he offended you, stop listening to him. Cause you doing that, what do you think's gonna happen? You think Ren's gonna go through the video and edit the word out to appease you guys? He already sent out vinyls and all that other stuff. Like, it's just if he hasn't sent them out, they're being printed. They're not gonna go through and take those off. Like, it's just, I don't know. Yep, it gets deeper in how we use the language. That's a fact, Lou, but everybody's not gonna look it up. He answered in Reddit, and in part of it, he said he sings about all kinds of violence, and this is a thing that's what I mean. That right there, Vicky, that exactly. They're going to nitpick. When someone is speaking truth like that, they're like, oh, okay, all this is right, but guess what? That 1% you said this, because that's the only angle they got. They got no other angle on them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Straight up. If he offended you, stop listening to him, man. It's that simple, man. He'll be okay. He so many renegades. Ren is not worried about them, man. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so many renegades, man. He is not worried about y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're somebody that doesn't get what he's saying, he don't want you as a renegade anyways. So it's like everybody's happy. That's how it goes. Shouts to Reddit, man. Found out a lot of stuff up there. But yeah, that's a fact though, man. Just don't listen to him. It's that simple. You doing all that stuff, talking about, oh, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Like, it's just like, this shit is whack. Like, what are you getting out of it? Damn whistleblowers, man. Bunch of Karens in the damn, a bunch of Karens in the Reddit and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'll be more concerned that the president used it. Right? That's crazy, right? But that gets overlooked, Tori. Nobody cares about that. Because they're already expecting him to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? They're expecting him to be dumb and say stupid stuff. Brings up the topic is who much consideration should be given to people. Exactly. He may be a minority. That's facts. Yep. That is facts. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just, I don't know, man. People choose. It's crazy to me when people, like, a weak-minded person chooses a weak-ass argument. A weak-minded argument. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way it goes. Like, people are going to try to move the goalpost in an arena where they feel like they could win. And I guess him saying that left the opportunity for people to come through, make their critiques, and have a reason to put him under fire because he's doing so well. You know, but you got to, in order to grow in the biggest way you can, you got to have adversity anyways. So this right here is part of Ren's story. You know what I'm saying? We already know as smart as he is, he's going to find a way to capitalize off this. I wouldn't be surprised if we made a video and he said it again. Just to piss them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to piss them off again. Or like some shots, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you ain't got to listen if you don't like it. Straight up. Yeah, see, and now the thing about that too, Lou, with him saying that, like, yeah, they lost their minds because, like, there's another, you could have used something else. You could definitely use another word, like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to say that. Like, you didn't have to do that. That right there, yeah, like, they need to just stop. And we already know how the politicians are. The politicians ain't never been for us anyways, so it's just, that's just the way it is. Yep, calling for him to step down. Yep. Joey said also it rhymed, just saying, hey, you know what I mean? Crazy. Mean stingy? See now, Lou, when it comes to this, I'll be looking at, like, the context of the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it became, like, what is, with it being stingy, like, how was, like, that word created to make it represent stingy? Because I feel like there could have been something else. There could have been another word that could have been used, especially because, you know, like, nobody really knows that word. And then especially with everybody, like, under fire and everything, and everybody, the state of the world right now, like, you gotta be careful when you say certain things. Like, certain words, you know that everybody's not gonna get, so why would you say it up there? It's crazy. Rather than crack a damn book, you already know, man, it's what we talked about. PTSS. It's that PTSS, Lou. That be taking effect over us. You should insult people assuming they can't read. Yeah, but like you said, stingy, right? He could have just said stingy. I'm just saying, because, like, honestly, like, if you, if you're a public speaker, these are kind of things like, if you're a politician, right, you should know about public speaking. There's certain things that you don't say that can be taken out of context, and I feel like that's a word that in your brain you never thought that could be taken out of context. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I didn't even know that in the dictionary it meant that. But when I would hear the word, you know, when people would say it, they would say like, you know, I associate it the other way. They would say it in a way where it's like, yo, I'm not trying to share. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way it would be used when I would hear people use it. But then you saying it means stingy, it was being used in the right context. No, because I have a dictionary. Yeah, Lou, I understand. But the majority of people ain't gonna look it up, man. You hear that trigger word and you're just like, yo, like, what? And depends on what he's talking about too, man. Like for real, like, so if you heard Trump say that, would you just, you know what I'm saying? If you heard Trump say it, would you be like, all right, cool, because it means stingy? Or would you be like, hold on, is there an underlying meaning? That's what I'm saying. To me, it goes to the messenger. I feel like if I'm listening to somebody and they're talking about like the growth of like my city and my state and all that stuff, and they say that, I'm gonna give it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it some, you know, I'm like, all right, hold on. Okay, I know there's a deeper meaning to this. But if I heard like one of those like one of them young politicians say it, I'm be like, hold on, do you know what it means? Yeah, that too, Lou, when you take it that way. Thoughts around that, how can you plan to preach and not do something that could change what you're complaining about? That's a fact, yep. That's in response to Vicky. Yeah, the other thing that upset people with Ren is he said he didn't vote and people lost their minds over it. I mean, if like, you know what I'm saying? If people decide, if that's the thing about it, man, whatever people want to do, people are going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't control people with different narratives. He ended up resigning, which, so Lou, was he a good politician? Like, was he somebody that, was he like a good politician? And it's a commentary on the weakening of our collective intelligence. That's true. You said you don't know? Okay. I gotta look him up. Because I look at it this way, man, because it just seems like I'll be looking at underlying things, man. Because let's say, for instance, right, let's say you have like, not saying this is him, because like I said, I don't know nothing about him. But let's say he was somebody, just playing devil's advocate, right? Let's say that he was somebody that, you know, didn't like black people. You know what I'm saying? And then your whole angle, or like what you sway to, what side you sway to, is a side that doesn't really care for black people. And then you use that word. People are already on high alert because you already don't like black people. And then you throw that word out there. They go look at it like you're using it as a double meaning. You know what I'm saying? Because people be clever with their words. They'll say something and they'll mean two things when they say it. And it's like I'm killing two birds with one stone. So, I mean, that's what I mean. So it's like if he was somebody that people held in like high regard or something like that and they said it, I feel like he would get more grace. But the way that he got attacked, like, it's just, I got found out the whole story. It is a entirely different word, Lou, but it, like I said, it's just, I gotta watch the whole thing because people be doing things. Said not even close to the same thing. Yeah, I gotta do my research. Do you know his name? If you can, shoot me his name. I want to do a background on that right there, on that subject in particular, because I want to see something. Because I feel like there's something that's missing. Or it could just, you know, be like, you know, from that angle, just, you know, he could be a positive politician. Oh, you can't look it up. Okay, I'll look in the chat GPT for it. I'll check it out. I'll find it. And when I find it, I'll send it to you too. And we could talk about that. Yeah, because I really do want to discuss that. But it's just hard for me to discuss it without, like, I understand what you're saying 1,000%. I agree with you 1,000,000%. But at the same time, I don't know much about that politician either. Like I said, I don't know if it's an underlying message behind it or what. So I don't know. Intentions and context are important. The problem is we don't know what and that's what I'm saying, Vicky. It's like, what, like, you could say the definition. You say you can look it up. Okay, got you. I can't look it up. My bad. I'm sorry, Lou. I'm sorry. You over there type it all fast. I don't want to get cussed out. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. But Yeah. I gotta see more about that right there. Cause I told you I don't be trusting politicians. I really don't. I don't be liking them. It is what it is though. But how long we been live, y'all? All right, we've been live for like 2 hours. Gotta go ahead and pick the kids up and everything. Time for them to get out of school. I be doing my thing too. Y'all know that y'all know the best snaps I get. The best snaps I get is when it's time up. Got it. You got it right there. Word. Okay. Found it. Put it over here real quick. Hold on. Oh, it's the mayor of DC. What's his name? Anthony A. Williams. Okay, let me see something. And this is how I do my Googles right now. Copy. Paste. Anthony A. Williams is an American politician who was the mayor of the District of Columbia from 1999 to 2007. So he wasn't even so okay. Anthony Williams controversy. Were found to be four. Wow. I mean, well, okay, let's look at this, man. Let's look at let's look at this real quick. All right, so all right, let me blow this up real quick before we head out. Hold on. All right, so look, so I know you guys can't see it because it's like really small, but it says former DC Mayor Anthony A. Williams' most significant controversy was 2002 re-election campaign scandal where thousands of signatures for his ballot petition were found to be forged. They forced him off of the primary ballot, resulting in $277,700 fine and successful unconventional write-in campaign, as reported in Wikipedia. 2002 petition scandal. Williams was removed from the 2002 Democratic primary ballot after investigators revealed that a firm hired for the petition gathered submitting thousands of fraudulent signatures. The forged petitions included names of the deceased individuals and non-residents such as British Prime Minister Tony Blair and the UN Secretary Kofi Annan. Write-in victory. Despite being removed from the ballot, Williams mounted a successful write-in campaign to win 2002 election. And here we are, niggardly controversy. That sounds crazy. And it was in 1999 too, Lou. It was in 1999. I didn't even know it was that far back. 1999 though? Man. Early in his tenure, an aide to Williams resigned after using the word niggardly to describe a budget leading to backlash as detailed by Time. The incident drew criticism from the leaders like Julian Bond, who felt the aide was treated unfairly. Okay. Is there any more about that? No apologies for the male enforcer. Scandal plagued official now to run DC schools. Philly lawmaker wants hate speech professor punished. That's something different. That's 2016. Yeah. You said it's in the article. You need to read further down the article. I was copying and pasting. My bad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. What in the world? Well, I mean, this is crazy. Blindsided by combustible mixture of race and politics. District of Columbia Mayor Anthony A. Williams is under attack for accepting the resignation of a top aide for using the word niggardly. David Howard, who headed the mayor's constituent service office, resigned Monday in the wake of complaints by other city officials who were offended by his use of the word that is synonymous with stingy or miserly and has no racial meaning. However, who could not be reached for comment Thursday, has said that he offered his resignation to squelch any controversy that may overshadow Williams' early days in office. Let me see. But such face-saving moves may be too late. Gay activists and black leaders have raised concern that Williams, who took office earlier this month, should not have accepted Howard's resignation. The activists sent the letter to the mayor that praised Howard for being among the few openly gay officials in the city's administration and condemned Williams for participating in the railroading of a decent man. Even Julian Bond, chairman of the National Association for Advancement of Color, NAACP, and Washington president, joined the protest by using the word to describe Williams' position on the brouhaha. Seems to me like the mayor has been niggardly in the judgment on this issue. Wow. Said Bond, who is African American and a professor of the history of the University of Virginia and American University. You hate to think you have to censor your language to meet people's lack of understanding. That's what Lou was saying. The chain of events that leads to the resignation began at a staff meeting January 15th, where Howard, emerging from budget talks with Williams, huddled with his assistants to inform them that the office would have less money than they had hoped. I will have to be niggardly with the fund because it's not going to be a lot of money. Howard reportedly told aides Marshall Brown. Yo, that's crazy right there. Hey, man, look at this, yo. That right there, I'm going to tell you why that's hilarious, respectfully. Because it's like, it's just crazy because, it just, like, when you just hear it and you don't know the definition. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. When this came out, I was 11 years old. So I'm going to be real with you. I didn't know at 11 that niggardly meant what it meant. I would just hear a politician say nigger and I get an outrage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I'm be real. But of course, we have the option, Google and all that wasn't around yet. You could have asked Jeeves, I think. You could have asked Jeeves. Jeeves would have told you what it meant. Who knows? Brown, an African American and longtime city official, immediately left the meeting as a stunned Howard attempted to explain the meaning of the word. Oh, so this wasn't. So he wasn't speaking publicly. Okay. He wasn't speaking publicly. Yeah, you went back and read it. Yeah, so you didn't know when he first said it either, but then you went and you researched the word. Okay. I thought he was speaking publicly. This says right here, because that matters too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the dictionary is out. Was out. But like this right, I thought he was like making a speech to a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there is wild. And then who's going to, then who's going to look up niggardly before then? It's like you got to look it up afterwards, but then afterwards it might be too late. And that's what it looks like happened here. Yeah. Born in African, a longtime city official immediately left the meeting stunned. Howard attempted to explain the meaning of the word. An attempt 2 days later to resolve the matter over the phone with Brown failed. Neither Brown nor Fanning, who is white, could be reached for comment Thursday. Before the long word spread in the city bureaucracy, some accused Howard of using the N-word, a charge Howard was denied. For Williams, who is African American, the issue could not have come at a worse time. Less than a month into his job, the chief executive of his overwhelming black city, Williams has no accomplishments to tote that might disarm distractors. He also drew the ire of some residents who suffered through the recent ice storm that left them shivering in the dark homes without lights and heat. Wow, okay. Predictably, some of Williams' black critics have begun to turn their private whispers into public debate, questioning whether the new mayor is black enough to run the city. Wow. The city of best interest. Tony Jenkins, a Washington native and federal government employee, wrote in a recent opinion piece in the Washington Post that some black residents are wary of Williams. He wrote that many black residents fear him as a person responsible for cutting city jobs and demands of lawmakers on Capitol Hill. The D.C. mayoral race was about electing someone who could put the city back on its feet, someone who could get its services back to optimum efficiency, Jenkins wrote, but too many blacks, still majority population in the city, that objectively shouldn't be accomplished at our expense. Okay. All right, well, there we go. Okay. And Williams, from what this is saying, like, Williams is a black man. Let me see, Anthony Williams. Yeah, so this is Anthony Williams right here. The upper class white butler 99.9. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. Those who were too lazy to do any research started protesting and picketing. You know how it is, man. Blind leading the blind, though. So it goes back to retarded controversy and people expecting Ren or artists or anyone else to censor their language because they're ignorant of others. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, it's so crazy, man. Not making excuses though, right? I'm just trying to look at it from all angles, right? And then you're talking about DC in 99. Man, I guarantee you can go to different like neighborhoods in DC in 99. I guarantee you ain't no dictionary in that damn house. Ain't no. And then the thing that gets me too is like, this wasn't even public. They were having a meeting and then one of the other guys in there went out and spoke about it. I feel like that's totally different because that dude could have right then and there, like, what you mean by, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have asked him. He could have asked him right there. Like, what do you mean by, like, you know, the N-word? Because I'm be real with you. They could, like, possibly, like, even with this video, if I say, like, that word, YouTube might just pick up the first few words of it and be like, oh, man. Because one of my other streams already got shut down. Well, not my stream, but, like, one of my lives got shut down, yo. When I had the guns and everything and I was talking about the geese, that got taken down. They took that down. That's not on my channel anymore. They took it all the way off the channel. But yep, it is what it is. Exactly. Why'd he share that info? That's what I'm saying, Vicky. I'm over here thinking that he was like on a panel talking to a bunch of people. Because when it comes to public speaking, it's certain things like in order to, you know, because in order to get the message across, you have to have the right context, you have to have the right tone. Public speaking teaches you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a very intelligent person, there's certain words you can't use because you know everybody doesn't know the word. You know what I'm saying? And they might not be able to follow what you're saying in your speech. But if you're having a private, well, I'm not gonna say private, but you're having a close proximity conversation with somebody and you hear them say that, I'm like, yo, what you say that for? It's like, oh, well, that word means this. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, bet. And then we just keep talking. And I'm like, hey, man, to be honest with you, like, you didn't have to use that word, though. But I feel, you know, you could just say you got to be, like, kind of stingy with the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But, hey, you know, if your vocabulary is set up that way, cool. But like I said, when it comes to public speaking and things of that nature, especially as a politician, you got, like, the words are, like, everything. And how things come across. Because that could be whether you get voted for or not. Based on your delivery. Yeah, we don't know what else is going behind the scenes or motivations. Yeah, it's just, it's wild, yeah. And we may never know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he could have, right when it was there, he could have like said something to him. He could have said something to him, like, hey man, what you mean by that? You know, and like I said, like, I didn't, like, at the age of 11 that I wouldn't have known. And like Lou was saying, like, she looked it up and was like, all right, cool. Like, that's what it means. But whatever was going on behind the scenes, even if we went public with it, it's also our responsibility to educate ourselves. That's a fact. If somebody would have stood up and been like, hey, man, that's not what he meant. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like in the protester community, it could have been good. And then especially with him being a black man himself and everything. But then, I don't know, man. I know it's off subject, but then just looking at the fraud and everything later and the stuff he went through, it's like, you know, politicians aren't the best people in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just me. I don't know, man. I be having like different stuff when it come to them, man. I feel like they all be trying to play us. People do attack first. That's a fact, yeah. One person says it and everybody attacks. That's a fact. Yep. But like Lou said, we need to do our own research. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I do. Like, when things are going on, I weigh out all options. That's why even with this right here, like when Lou was talking about this, that's why I'm looking at, you know, I'm looking at both sides, like the sender and the receiver. Like, how could you have said that better? How could they have received it better? You know what I'm saying? I look at both sides, because everybody doesn't have the same, like, level of intelligence as other people. And then it goes back to, like, you know, how were you brought up? How were you raised? Is there a dictionary in your house? You know what I'm saying? Are you taught to strike first and ask questions later? And then that goes with the way you were brought up in your culture and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, how things work in your community. I ran out of patience for the willfully ignorant. Yeah, you know, there's really no excuse, like, especially in like 2026. Like, be real, Lou, I'll even like 1999, cool. All right, cool. But if that same thing were to happen in 2026, I got like no respect for it. Like, literally, you could pull out your phone. You know what I'm saying? You can pull out your phone. Just like when we talk about different things, like let's talk about like even when you talk about the stock market, like as far as like investing and growing wealth, back then it was harder because you had to find your broker, you had to talk to all these people, you had to talk to like, you know what I'm saying? Like all these people to put your stocks into things. Now you can do it from your phone. You know, it's things like that. Like it's so easy to not be dumb now. Back then you did have to do more, but now they're putting it right in front of people and people can't even do it when it's being right in front of them. Yep. I know I gotta drink my kombucha, man. Take care of your gut. No, I'm not sponsored by Health Aid, but yeah, take care of your gut. Good old kombucha, man. It's some good stuff. Deep breathing. Hell yeah. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You know what I'm saying? Gotta inhale and exhale. Take deep breaths in and then breathe out. Breathe out your mouth and do it that way. Same thing. I don't know if you meditate or anything, Lou, but yeah, same thing with meditation. Roll your eyes back. Focus on your chakras. Focus on your third eye. And just, oh, look at this, man. More spam. Salute to the spam. Oh, yeah. Come on, Lou. You already know. Letting you bring it up. Okay. Ain't no letting. You know what I'm saying? You part of the community. Like the community is like one body. You know what I'm saying? And you're like one of the arms and the legs. You know what I'm saying? So you already know, man. You pull it up. We gonna talk about that shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. But hell yeah, we had to get that on the jumbotron. We had to look at it. But that's what I'm saying. I like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like, it's like that's why I like a lot of things, like when I'm speaking on things, I gotta like do research on it because it's hard for me to give an opinion. But like when we're talking about like the whole thing with like Ren and stuff like that, it's just like I said, when he said that, I already knew it was gonna end up with some controversy. You know what I'm saying? I already knew it when I heard it. And then it's like, you know, people got backlash from it. Like even in like, you know, in hip hop, they always get backlash from it, from saying certain things. But it's like, if you're not in the communities they're in, then you don't really understand why they say what they say. You know what I'm saying? It's a representation. They're speaking for their community and what goes on in there. So same thing with Ren. Ren is speaking for what is going on in his community. Same shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry if it's too gritty for you when it comes off raw. Like when people say stuff like that and people are getting on him about that, I'd be curious of what type of music they listen to. Like, do you listen to nothing but classical music? Do you listen to like nothing but like jazz? What is it that you listen to? Folk? I don't know, man. It is what it is. But like I said, if you don't like what he says, just don't listen to him. It's really that simple. I know that's how I feel, man. You know, there's artists out here that I don't listen to because I don't like what they talk about. I even have like people like ask me to react to certain artists that I don't fuck with. Like just because like morally, like I don't like their music and what they stand for. You know, and some people are like, well, you know, they're not like that no more. They used to be like this, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm not doing it. It's a disservice to like me and my community. Alternative facts are a big problem. Nobody believes anything. That's a fact. Yep. That is a fact. That is a fact. Yep, but whatever, like I said, whatever you believe in, just stand on your square. You know what I'm saying? All those people that are saying whatever they're saying about Ren, they better not be in like one of the, yo, you wanna know what's so crazy? If Ren goes live again and people come in there, the whistleblowers come in there, the Renegades are going to pack them up in a way they never been packed before. I'm talking like triple wrapped, quadruply bowed, stapled, flat ironed. Like they're going to get packed up so quick in that chat. They're going to get destroyed. I hope they don't go over to the chat trying to troll or in the comment section trying to troll. They're going to get ate up alive. We're entitled to our own opinion, but not our own facts. That's facts. Yep. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna believe anything. Something could be right in front of somebody and they still won't believe it. Exact. That's a fact, Lou. Especially Lou. Lou ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to Ren. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Lou gonna pull up to wherever he is. Guns blazing. Exactly. A delivered pallet wrapped and packed. I'm telling you, easy. Like they don't even know, man. Like that's why, like whoever, like the people talking like that, they got it. Like they can't be shank. Exactly. You know, because you can't bring pistols over there. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta slide over there with something else. But yeah, man, that's a fact though, man. Like that's why I wonder if they're like ex-renegades. You know what I'm saying? They're ex-renegades, and it's like, all right, you know what comes with this, and you still being stupid. That's creating his own controversy. Anyone defending him for being told it's because they blindly follow him. Exactly. Like, if you know who he is, it's literally like the same thing, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, to be fair, the discussion on Reddit was very good. No one was insulting Ren. Okay, so wasn't nobody insulting him. They were just saying he shouldn't have said it. But you know how the comments are, man. All you gotta do is just say, I don't like what he did. And everybody's like, what you mean? But they did say that anyone who was defending him was in a cult. Well, there you go. There's the defense right there. So pretty much they're saying all the renegades are in a cult. Pretty much. Because I'm pretty sure because the majority of them understand him. It's like that, man. It's like that for anybody, man. Like, if you, I don't know, it's like, even like, let's say with me, let's say I say something, right? And a bunch of people take it out of context. Y'all know how I feel about it. So y'all already know, all right, Lo said it. He didn't mean like what y'all are saying he meant to say. But at the same time, unfortunately, the age that we live in, it is my responsibility to be critical of what I say because I'm on these platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube has the power to like shut down the channel. Internet has power to do certain things. So it's like, I gotta be critical of things I say and not say things the way I really want to say it. Like, y'all already know, man. If y'all talk, man, in person, if y'all talk to me in person, it wouldn't be that much different from this, but it would just be like delivered differently. Same subject matter. I would just be like more blunt about it. Look at Lou. Look at Lou. I addressed that issue with the dude directly. He didn't have a leg to stand on. I know you did. I know you did. Over there ethering people, man. Salute to Nas. Yeah, then he jumped in the chat and some of those people changed their mind, which makes it more up. For real, they need to just leave Ren alone, man. Just leave Ren the hell alone. Just leave him alone. As in, Ren jumped in the chat and responded and they saw his point. Exactly. But what makes you think he's not going to do that? Like, Ren watches stuff. Like, he sees everything. It's almost like he's omnipresent. I don't know. Exactly, the book club. I remember when somebody said that to me in a comment when I did like the first Ren reaction. I was like, man, y'all like a cult or something. They're like, shh, we don't call ourselves a cult. We call ourselves a book club. After that, I was like, all right, cool, book club. They got at me, man. I was like, dang, all right, cool. That was like with the first video I did of Ren, man. Crazy. Shouts to the book club, man. I still got trauma behind that. And when I see how many people liked it, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing that stopped me from like really being dangerously scared and putting me in high alert and making me stay dangerous with myself was all the love it was getting. Because they said that and a bunch of people liked it, but then the comments and the subscribers, I'm like, oh, they're giving a lot of love. Either these are the craziest people I ever met in my life, or they're just like cool as shit. And I was like, man, that's a crazy ass line to walk, because if you think they're cool as shit and they're the craziest, then you leave yourself out back. But then if you get on defense because you think they're crazy, you missed out on like relationships. It was really tough for me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, self-aware and in on the joke, man. That's crazy. I ain't never seen no community like the Renegades, man. That shit is something serious. Another community that's like that is like, you know, the we call them OV hoes, like the Drakes, like the Ride or Die stands for Drake. They're crazy, very delusional. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm a heavy Kendrick Lamar fan, but like the real hip hop Kendrick Lamar fans, like, we're not like that. But the commercial Kendrick Lamar fans are the ones that annoy everybody. And you know what's crazy too with the Renegades? A lot of the Renegades, and y'all can attest for this, man. Like, a lot of the Renegades, they got real life shit going on in their life. And Ren keeps them focused. And Ren, you know what I'm saying, helps them literally live their life. Like, I've heard people say that he gives their life meaning to listen to his music. Like, his music keeps them going. Literally. They not like us. Salute to Reddit. Reddit already knows what time it is. They not like us. Reddit, you already know when it comes to the Kendrick Lamar fans, man. We're not like part of the cult Kendrick fans, the ones that know everybody. That ain't us. We appreciate him for what he does. But yeah, that's how it be though, man. That's a fact. Oh man, she said Lou's chest is gonna be crystal clear afterwards. Nothing left on it. That's crazy, yeah. Go let it all out. Go let it all out. But yeah, y'all. I was supposed to go like 20 minutes ago, but we had to look up that politician and all that stuff. But yeah, let me go and get up out of here, y'all. Man, pick the kids up from school and all that other good stuff. See what's going on with them and all that. And like I always be saying, I be trying to say I'm gonna come back and do another stream and everything, but I never get around to it. We understood the real project. That was a fact. The hip hop culture needed cleansing, and Kendrick came through and cleansed the culture. Now people are really listening for lyrics now. and not just vibes. So that's what encouraged me to do more music on like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, do different reactions and do different breakdowns, thanks to like him resetting the game and everything. So that's what it is. But all right, y'all, let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. Appreciate you guys. Much love, much respect. I will see you guys soon. Had to give him the game. Exactly. That's a fact. Yep. The exact. You see what I called it, right? A little more vibes. You know what I'm saying? Vibes. We had to get rid of that, man. You already know, Lou. You already know what time it is, man. Yeah, we out here chilling, discussing real topics and real conversations. You know what time it is? It's all about the vibes. Yeah, all right. Not about the lyrics. All about the vibes. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that reset button is there. I'm glad we ain't got to worry about that. More people listening for lyrics. More people are putting lyrics on the screen with the captions, so they don't get too lost in the vibe and the beat. So always, Vicky, I appreciate you guys, man. Much love and respect to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday, and I will see y'all real soon. Like I said, man, if I stream, it's probably just going to be strictly on Twitch. If I do stream tonight, I'm not sure, but I probably will be playing Arc Raiders. You already know what time it is. I haven't streamed that in a while, and I really want to stream it with you guys. So we'll see what happens, man. Yep. Have a good day, Lou, Vicky, Tori, Reddit. I'll take it easy, man. Protect your peace with your peace. Stay away from negativity and naysayers. Keep doing what you love. Keep having fun, and everything will come. You say you'll be there if I play it? Word. All right, Lou. I'll try to be up there. Take care of yourself. No doubt, Tresses. Appreciate you hanging around. Appreciate all you guys hanging around for like this little podcast subject, whatever y'all will call it, a little freestyle we did today. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, man. See y'all real soon. All right. Peace.